The
Alright,
cum
boys.
zone.
You're not even live, you liar.
It's live. It's not live.
All right. So
Oh,
Hold
I'm
on,
not
hold
following
on,
you.
we restart?
hold on. All right, hold on.
What's my name?
Before we even do anything. All
Did you
right.
close the stream?
No, I didn't close the stream. All right.
Oh, there it is.
So, for everyone joining, whether or not you're here
Hold
live
on, come
or
on,
here
restart.
post,
Hold on.
No.
all right, do you?
We don't do that here.
Come on, we do an actual intro. And
That's what I'm
open.
trying to
I don't
do.
want to start with 72.2.
that's what I'm trying to do.
You're the one who
Cum
started.
zone.
This is the cum zone.
All
What?
right.
Agreed.
All right, ready? Everyone's ready?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna do the intro. Everyone's good. All right. Fuck.
Quick, giggly bitch, right? Say it.
All right. Welcome to the zone, everybody. Whether you're here live or whether you're here
Nice,
post, whether you're here live or whether you're here post, we are the zone. I'm here joined by my co-hosts, Kristian,
Hello, is I.
Danny,
Howdy.
Javier,
Hello, you beautiful listeners.
and of course myself, Paul or Nico. So today we're just gonna jump right into it. We got a couple topics going on. Whether it's fucking Valorant, a CS:GO killer, gaming stocks, or even our future jobs. Do you guys
Well,
have?
first off, I think we should talk about the biggest article in the news today,
Oh, Kim
and
Jong-
that is Kim Jong-un turning himself into a pickle.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
actually
he's a
brain dead.
pickle now. Oh, man.
So
Do you think this move was inspired by Rick and Morty, or do you
Dude,
think it was just
okay,
an
I don't think
offhand
it was inspired by
coincidence?
Rick and Morty. I think the fucking surgeons actually didn't want a shitty government anymore, so they decided, hey, fuck this guy, we're turning him into a pickle. And
That's so it was
while they're doing-
intentional.
Yeah, probably, dude. I feel like I don't know. I feel like how the fuck do you stroke out from hearts? Okay, I'm retarded.
Well, there's
Yeah.
other points saying like the North Korean doctors that they had on hand just weren't educated enough, and as well as like they weren't used to operating on like an obese man.
Why did
before.
they?
So do you think it's like
Oh,
intentional or like
shit.
just fucking?
Yeah,
they
imagine
moved on it?
that. Surgeons in a starved country operating on an obese man.
Yeah, it's like a whole new challenge.
Why didn't
Oh,
they
yeah,
just look up a YouTube
actually.
tutorial, dude?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
YouTube is censored.
A TNT cannon tutorial right now.
I mean, dude, like, I don't know. It was either intentionally turn him into a pickle or
Yeah.
they just literally, they haven't operated. on
Either
obese
way,
people
it's the
'cause-
funniest shit I've ever seen.
Without a doubt.
Okay. I laughed.
Yeah, I woke up this morning. I saw that. I was like, damn, he's actually
Yeah.
he's actually in a vegetable
Life
state.
imitates art, dude.
Maybe they can have a better life now, dude. If they keep him in his fucking office, brain dead, vegetable mode, I will be so
Well,
upset.
there's talk.
Shit.
There's talks about what his sister trying to become.
Yeah,
part
either
of
his sister
office?
taking power or a far-flung cousin or even a military coup at this point.
That's
Oh, I
fucked.
see.
You see, my money's on a different bet, though. They're gonna upload his mind to a computer, and we're
Dude,
gonna get Kim
look,
Jong-un
look.
2000.
They didn't preserve his consciousness before that. They didn't. His fucking brain is gone now, dude. He's brain dead. They're gonna
Rip, yeah,
they're gonna
this
upload
one.
a brain dead Kim Jong Un, and it's just gonna be a brain dead robot. Oh fuck! It's just gonna drool.
Pretty much just like Fallout 3. Was it Fallout 3? Where no, New Vegas. One of those what was it? Where they had all the robots and they all had their minds, and it was the
Oh,
DLC.
that's fucking epic.
I forgot what
They
that
didn't do
DLC was.
They didn't do it ahead of time. Uh-oh.
Honestly, I have no idea. All I know is I played Fallout New Vegas for like 5
I
minutes.
think every Fallout from first to the current one has had minds and robots. It's generally just a big sci-fi theme.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of
I think I
Fallout,
like that.
speaking of Fallout, the new DLC, if anyone even cares about it.
10 out of 10, they have a robot that's a cow.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. They just have a cow.
Wait, Fallout DLC
That
for
comment.
what,
76. Yeah, the
Yeah,
Wastelanders.
Fuck, I can't comment on this because I don't fucking have anything.
I just couldn't get into it. My favorite
I mean,
game,
isn't it
Fallout.
like a battle
turned into an
royale,
MMO.
basically?
The battle
Some
royale was
shit.
okay when it first came out. It was okay. I
What-
liked
What is
it.
it now? What is it? What the fuck is the game
It's garbage.
now? Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's probably not very great.
It's just crazy too, because when I was at GameStop, I was so hyped for this game to come out, and like they had little party hats because they gave us party hats. Like Xbox gave us Xbox literally gave us Fallout party hats and balloons and everything for the release of the game. 2 people showed up to get the game.
Oh wait, really?
Why is
Two
that so
people-
depressing,
so
dude?
Two, I was
sad.
sad. I was like, damn, this thing ain't gonna hit.
Yeah, that's damn. Even people fucking knew it wasn't gonna be good.
It's kind of cringe.
Honestly.
Makes
ah,
sense though.
But they fucked it up. They knew what they released. They should just not.
The canvas bags. Oh, it's not canvas. It's nylon.
Oh, actual Dr. Canvas magazine. Oh man.
Don't forget about their whiskey that released in a plastic bottle.
Wait, what?
Oh, I
Yeah.
heard about this.
They had a
They
whiskey?
made a special edition whiskey that released in a plastic bottle. It was supposed to be, they advertised a glass Nuka-Cola bottle shape, right?
Uh-huh.
And they released the Nuka-Cola bottle shape, but it was just like an outer slip that was all plastic. And the inside was just a generic glass bottle.
That's so fucking lame, dude.
But the issue was it was disgustingly overpriced, and that was the biggest issue people had.
I
with it.
got.
Okay.
Remember when Fallout 4 was coming out and they had the Nuka Colas?
Mhm,
I don't
the
think-
blue ones or
Yeah, the-
whatever
like
color
the- like
they
the
are.
Those
actual
were
ones.
delicious.
I
Okay, but didn't they
have one because my collector friend when I was at GameStop he gave me one because he had a bunch of them, and I never got one in the beginning, so I just have it sitting on my desk.
Oh, nice.
The thing is, like, if you just want to drink that flavor normally, you can get it from the same soda company.
Yeah, because I don't
It's
want
just
to
under
open
the
it.
blue lemonade label.
Yeah, I don't want to open it because I like it, and
It's
I'm
delicious, I'll tell you that much.
Collectible.
I'm tempted to open it, but nah.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate all those fucking video game things that are like, oh, we're gonna give you this super cool, like, exclusive garbage if you pay like $100 more, because it's never usually worth it. Those super
Never.
fucking gimmicky.
Back-
like, I remember.
Well, wait a minute. Some of them have been pretty cool. There have been some really cool collector's editions in the past.
Yeah,
The Fallout 4 was it the thing you put on your arm?
Yeah, that's
Pip
what I'm
Boy?
saying.
Yeah.
The Pip Boy.
oh, that was
I
okay.
think it was pretty cool.
It
You
was,
put it in your phone and you act like it's a Pip Boy.
it was okay.
You don't even have to
They
act
came-
like it's Pip-Boy. You just hook it up to your game
The-
and it
the-
acts as a secondary screen.
The problem with that is
Oh, I
the
didn't-
problem with that is when 76 came out, a few months later they released another version of it. Except this one you could buy it separately, and it's just the actual Pip-Boy, and you can buy little modifications for it, like radios and stuff. It's
Oh, yeah,
cool,
yeah.
but it's like they marketed it again.
So the
I
people
mean,
who
I
bought it the
can see
first
it,
time
though.
around,
Yeah.
all the hardcore fans got fucked.
Yeah,
It was a pretty different thing though. Like the first one they came out with 4 was like a phone holder, pretty much, right?
yeah. It's like the
And
And
Google.
it was mostly plastic. It was actually a pretty sturdy thing. I remember
Yeah.
getting to touch one in person.
Yeah, my
But,
buddy.
It's like
The
putting
76 version was a do-it-yourself model that you had to cobble together.
Yeah.
It was more for like I'd say probably cosplayers or people who wanted like a nice set piece.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with that. The problem with the Fallout 4 one is that it's kind of like the Google VR thing, the Google fucking Cardboard VR. You just put your phone in there and just there you go.
Dude, cardboard VR is so. I fucking hate phone VR. Like back then, people would have been like, "Oh, it's so fucking cool, dude. Look, I can see my like." Now it's just genuine cringe. But
Nah,
no,
dude,
like,
hands-free meat beating. What do you mean?
Okay, hands free.
That's not hands free. It's cardboard.
Yeah, you strap it to your face. There you go.
Oh,
Both hands free.
get some tape. Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
so.
if you buy like a fucking decent one, a plastic one, you don't even need tape. You just fucking throw it over your head.
Well, you don't
and
need
start
tape.
beating your
Most of the
fucking meat.
cardboard models came with actual elastic bands.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just like you had to put it up to your face. Never mind.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
No, like
Right.
fabric elastic bands that you just strap onto your head.
Dude,
I guess it's cool when you actually find like a.
It's not
decent
terrible,
practical
especially
use
on
for it.
Android. There were a lot of good apps for it that I think were actually pretty cool for what they were.
Okay, one thing that I'll always say is really good though is YouTube VR. YouTube VR is fucking awesome on those. That's cool. I love that.
You know
especially if
what's
it's, like, a
not
concert
cool?
VR. What?
Mm.
YouTube Premium.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know how they're still pushing that shit.
yeah.
Like every other month, it's like, hey, you want to start your free trial?
Yeah,
It's like, no.
and it's like I already started my free trial months ago, years ago. You guys are gonna give me another one for free?
I got a fucking another one for free, Paul, that actually works. Like what happened is it was like a year since I had used YouTube Premium, and then they fucking offered it to me again, like another free month or something. And I said, "Fuck it, you want to keep offering it?" So I tried, and I got another month free.
Nice.
I literally, it's like, what the fuck, dude? Are you guys that desperate?
How much would you pay for it?
I'd probably
If it
pay.
wasn't $10.
I'd probably no. It's 15.
It's 15.
I think
What
it's.
the
thought it was-
fuck?
I think it's 15 or
yeah.
12. I'd pay.
Oh,
I'd pay like 8.
Crazy.
I'd pay like $8 for it.
I'd
The
pay
thing
like
is, the internet
5,
being the
dude.
wonderful place that it is, you don't have to pay for any of that content if you know where to look.
Honestly.
Yeah. Or if you
Yeah.
just hop on your computer, throw ad block on. Oh,
Exactly, dude. Fucking ad block just gets rid of all
And-
that shit. I mean, okay, while you're not supporting the creators, like, oh, fucking well, dude. I'm pretty sure the people who buy premium are the ones paying for them anyway. So
the only good thing about it is if you're not watching a video and you're just listening to music that's only on YouTube, you could turn your phone off onto like the home
That's so
screen,
big.
and it'll
Oh,
just
yeah,
it'll,
should
it'll
release
keep
it.
playing that.
yeah.
But the YouTube Reddit just looks like garbage to me. Like I'm not inclined to click on or watch any of the series.
I mean, yeah, they're all kind of, if I'm being
Scare
honest, they're a little
people.
cringe.
yeah, like whoa, epic challenges. Like all right.
dude,
Not
scare
interested.
people.
Yeah, we're gonna have Markiplier break into a bank.
yeah.
Scare PewDiePie was so bad.
We don't even own the bank. This is just an actual crime.
There you go. They're playing Payday IRL. It's game theory.
Let's go, dude. Just a game.
But that's just a theory.
Game theory.
Okay.
Alright,
That-
thanks for
I
watching.
used to be so into that. I think it's an age thing.
It is.
It was.
100%.
Into game theory?
Yeah.
Being into
I
game
think-
theory,
The-
yeah.
The
I
problem.
think I was also into movie theory at some point. I don't know. It's
The
all
problem with that.
Oh yeah, they did drop a series like that.
The problem with that is as a kid, my mom was like, "Oh, you watch too much YouTube," and then I would just pull up game theory and be like, "Look, I'm learning."
Yeah, well, you have too many
Oh.
husbands. Hit her with that.
Oh,
Whoa,
Dog.
jeez.
Oh, champ.
it's not even married. But okay.
Okay,
let's
dude.
let's hope Doris doesn't watch this one. Oh wait, there's doxed.
Wow, okay.
Wait, I just doxed
Shut
Nico.
up.
Mom, let's go. Let's go.
Alright.
Oh, we'll hit his hand while we're at it.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
No, don't worry. They're not actually doxed. That's not the real name.
Yeah, of course you wouldn't say the real name.
It's Dora, anyways.
Excuse me?
It's fucking... Do you feel like you learn more watching Netflix series or YouTube series?
Well, what Netflix
Oh,
series?
YouTube.
YouTube.
Well, it depends what series you're.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Implying.
in general. Because I feel like with YouTube, I'm just watching brain dead stuff, but with like Netflix, I'm like... I'm learning about a topic I have no interest in, but you know what I'm
Well,
saying?
Yeah,
well,
that's from someone who doesn't watch DIYs and
Yeah.
literal tech advertisements.
Well, I'm gonna
You
be
have to
honest. I haven't
watch
watched
the right
Netflix in a
videos.
while.
What's
And,
like,
and I have a bunch of things on
I
my
don't
list
know.
that I want to watch, but I'm just,
You know how many episodes of How It's Made that I've seen on Netflix?
A lot.
You want to know how to make
What's-
mustard? I'll tell you how to make mustard.
What's like the ratio? I watch thousands of programming tutorials, but like I most of the time, like 60% of the time to 70%. It's
Yes.
like, all right,
It's because
look at this
programming
guy lift.
sucks.
Look at this shitty epic rap battle.
That's easy.
Okay.
I'd rather click on
Yeah,
that.
it's like literally okay.
I'd rather click on
I mean,
that.
yeah.
So
I
it's
see your
the
point.
ratio.
It's
But I feel
usually-
like at that point it just comes down to user error, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe if I was more
Like
inclined to learn.
it's not
everybody would.
YouTube's fault that you're cringe.
Alright, I'm cringe. Okay,
Alright.
show me how to make mustard and save me $1.
Like the tutorial to how to make mustard, it costs like $30.
Oh my
What kind of
fuck,
mustard are
wait,
you
actually?
making? Damn.
You need the mustard seeds, and then you need a grinder, and then you basically need a
Yeah, have
steamer.
an
'Cause you
account.
steam the seeds, and then you grind them.
So how did they profit off real mustard?
Because they sell
Well,
so many.
Yeah, because they
In
sell it
mass
in a batch
production.
form, and it's like the factory's a one-time thing. But I mean, everybody buys mustard.
Yeah.
Like it's just like one of those general condiments.
Mustard's garbage.
I fucking love mustard. Dude.
I hate it.
I'll put it on anything,
Mm.
It's
man.
garbage.
What? Take out the mayo, put extra mustard, and you're set.
Oh,
That's
hell yeah,
disgusting.
Dude, spicy McChicken with mayo and mustard. Oh,
I don't know how that one came to be putting mayo on a chicken sandwich.
I
It
don't-
works. It
It's
works.
not
It
bad.
works, yeah, but it's kind of a weird thing, isn't it?
It kind of is when you think about it. Yeah, yeah. That is a little weird. But like, what makes you think it's weird? Because I'm like in my own little world where as far as
It's like you don't generally mix cream with fried things. You know what I mean?
yeah. Guess I don't know.
That's the point. It's like the contrast. Like, and they also have the pickles. You know,
yeah. That's
flavors in your mouth.
I think it's just me, but the whole thing is like really soft. Like there's no textural difference, which is what really makes a good sandwich. You know what I mean? Where you get like some
Yeah.
crunch in there.
Mm.
Well, here's the big question.
What they
But
But I
what-
guess it's also $1, so I mean, beggars can't be choosers.
Where-
$1.50 now.
Or
Fucking
what?
McChicken,
What restaurant or fast food place makes a good chicken sandwich?
Chick-fil-A,
Chick-fil-A.
As
Popeyes.
much as I fucking hate like the busyness of Cane's, I can't admit their food is like drug addictingly good.
Oh
Like,
my god, it
MSG.
is. And it's not really even the chicken or anything; it's the sauce.
Better
yeah,
rate the cane
sauce.
sauce. I don't
All right,
fucking-
I'm
That's
gonna-
what I'm saying. The sandwich is so fucking good with sauce.
I'm
and
gonna be
all that
honest.
shit, dude.
The first time we went to Cane's,
Hmm?
I didn't like the sauce at first,
Really.
and like as we kept going, like I went with Adriana like the last time I went, and I was like, you know what? Let me actually get a full dip of this sauce. I full dipped
Yeah.
it. I found myself starting to steal some of hers because it was pretty good.
It
Dude,
grew on you?
yeah.
Oh.
Sauce.
I was like, it's pretty good. And she asked me,
I
she's
feel
like,
peop-
oh, you like it? And I was like, no. And then I'm just dipping it more in.
dude, I feel like people are like actually addicted to Cane's though. That shit is wild, dude. Because I'm gonna go into work today, and you know what it's gonna be like? A fucking triple wrap around the building.
Hey, you work in the drive-thru? Let me come through.
Hell no,
Get
dude.
the sneaky
I'm
special.
working on literally, dude. Come through when I'm on boards. Every Saturday I'm on boards.
Oh,
and
so
if you say-
yesterday?
Yeah. and
Damn
if you
it.
say come, If you come in and say, I want the stinky special, bro, even if they don't understand what the fuck you're saying, they're like, shut up, go to the next window. Like, even if that happens, I know, dude. And I will fucking
Wait,
go sneaky,
what?
sneaky. And I'll put extra tenders, toast, and fries in your fucking box.
Bet.
We have to try
And
that.
it'll
We
be
have
good.
to.
I'm just gonna order one meal. I'm gonna come out with like 3.
Yeah, exactly, dude. You're fucking pog mode.
Poggers.
We're gonna
Hog
hit
mode.
cans for all they're worth.
I think Chick-fil-A has some pretty good spicy chicken sandwiches, especially if you throw their buffalo sauce on it and just
Probably.
lather it up. That's good.
I've
I
never.
only
Their
get the
spicy
box, I gotta
chicken
try it.
sandwiches are pretty good.
Oh, they're
by
really good.
themselves.
Yeah.
Dude, they're waffle fries.
I don't know,
That's
man.
about
All I can
Oh,
tell you is
yeah,
I've only
yeah.
had Chick-fil-A once, and it was in the middle of Minnesota, and I was one of the only 2 brown people in the restaurant.
You'll find that to be the case with every
Jesus.
Chick-fil-A.
Okay. See, it's a
Tell you
good
what,
one
though,
with
if they didn't give me
Chick-fil-A.
damn good service, I don't know what is.
Oh,
They're
my pleasure.
They're like fake nice, but
My pleasure.
it gets me. Yeah. It makes
Oh
me
no,
feel
the people in that one were genuinely nice. Like it was
Nah, it's
refreshing.
an act. They're virtuoso.
Virtuoso?
Oh
What?
no. Gin? League? What?
Alright.
In League of Legends?
I'm not a gamer.
Valorant?
I'm not a gamer either.
Boys.
Oh, Valorant. Oh.
So much
Valorant,
over
the
Valorant.
CS:GO killer. Yay or nay?
Nay.
No, not
Nay.
at all.
They're at,
CS:GO is gonna look, dude. CS:GO is gonna stay what it is forever, and people who enjoy CS:GO are gonna stay there because Valorant is, yeah, it plays like it plays like CS 1.6 for one, which everyone says. I didn't play a lot of that, but everyone says it plays like that. So automatically, everyone who plays CS:GO probably wouldn't be like too great with that play style at first. But it's also the abilities, dude. It's so fucking gimmicky and awful. Like,
oh, so you hate it, huh?
I don't hate it, but I think like they're definitely making changes. Like they actually patched a few things. They made Raze's grenade a little less retarded by giving her only one,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they made Sage's wall a little more breakable. I have no idea. Like they're actually working on it, but dude, I don't know. I just don't like the concept of abilities. Like I wish they would have made it a little more simple, not like an ice wall, an ultimate. Like maybe that's just me not liking that kind of game.
I feel like the
But-
walls are too much.
Yeah, dude, like being able to zone. I don't know. I don't like that.
Zone?
And like.
Well,
Yeah, like zoning someone off from an entire area with your wall.
They're
Like,
they're literally putting league mechanics into it as well.
Well, I'd
Yeah.
say it's probably more Overwatch than anything.
It is, but I don't know. I guess I just went in there with a different mindset, which is maybe why I didn't enjoy it so much. I went in there with like, I hope this is like CS:GO. Please be like CS:GO. I want CS:GO 2, and I want it to be alive. So that was my problem going into it.
The problem with
It's not
that is CS:GO recently went free to play, so the current player count has just skyrocketed like past 1 million. I think it even passed Dota 2 at one point.
Well, yeah, but it's for sure not like
It's
that anymore.
it's not going anywhere. No, it's still like that. Literally, just a week ago, I think it was still higher, like 1.2 million or something.
Well, okay, so yeah, see, it's not going anywhere anyway because it's free to play and it's
there we go.
it's what it is. It's
So,
CS:GO.
What if Valorant goes free to play? Do you think it'll stand a chance? Because I think the $20 or whatever
I think
it's
it
gonna
is going
cost.
free to play.
Now it's
It
20
is?
bucks.
No, I think it's going free to play.
No,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's free to play. Yeah, because okay, no, 100% it is. Or actually,
Let me
don't
look it
quote
up, let me
Like
look it
I'm
up.
90% sure. Yeah, because I saw on Reddit, I saw a fucking post saying like, we get the game is gonna be free to play, or if it is free to play, like the skin lines are way too much money because they are, dude. Like $25 for a fucking knife skin that you can't even trade. Like that's stupid. It's different in CS:GO where like $25 for like a single skin is actually meaningful because you can trade that to something else. Like you can,
Right.
yeah, but nah, dude. Valorant's fucking skin line too expensive, unbelievably expensive for something that isn't really that great.
so on the official
Well, it's a Riot
beta,
game. What do you expect?
on the
Yeah.
official beta.playvalorant.com, in the frequently asked questions, question number 4 is Valorant going to be free to play? Valorant is entirely free to play, but you can purchase in-game cosmetic.
Yeah. See,
Oh, so they switched it because I heard at one
I
point
heard
it's gonna be
$20
around
at
$20.
1.2.
But all right, that's
I-
better then. So at least it stands a chance, but it won't
It do-
overcome CS:GO.
it won't. Yeah. CS:GO is just too well grounded. It's
I
a
feel like-
classic.
Since all the streamers are getting fed up with it and getting angry at it, it's
Well, Valorant.
it's not gonna. I feel like they're just gonna be like, screw this game, going back to CS.
All right.
Yeah, it's also it's hard to like enjoy it right now because there's only 3 maps and like it gets very boring very fast. At least for me, like I can't sit there and play it forever, but that's just because I really have lost interest in games over time. So this is entirely based off my perspective. A lot of people actually might enjoy it, but I, for one, am not a huge fan.
You ever
because,
worried about that?
What?
Huh.
Losing like your interest in video games down the line?
I'm gonna be honest.
Dude,
It's
It already
it's been
happened.
It's
happening.
already happened. Yeah, it's already
Yeah.
happened to me. Like, I could give a fuck less about ever playing games if I could just hang out all the time. Like, it would not matter to me.
The thing is, like, why?
I
Why
don't-
do you think it's happened?
Honestly,
Why do you think?
I don't know.
Because
I've been. There you go.
Go
You
on.
go. You go. You.
Okay, all right, I'll go. I've found so much more meaning in like other things that actually make sense to me to do. Like, okay, I don't make tons of music, but when I do make music, sometimes that feels great, and I feel like I'm doing something productive. And when I'm playing games, it's like it's fun and like I enjoy it, right? But at the same time, in the end, I'm not really getting anything out of it. And with that mindset, I can't even get fun out of it because I'm expecting something like entirely to come out of it. Like, say, I don't know, like becoming so good that I become a pro player in something. That's something I really wanted in CS:GO, which is why I
Yeah.
like love the game so
Well,
much. And that's-
hold on,
Hell
wait. Let
yeah.
me ask this question then. You guys play a lot of competitive games? I don't. So
Mhm.
I guess that's the difference in gamer there.
Yeah.
But
Gamer.
I play video games because I enjoy the storyline.
Mhm.
I enjoy getting told a nice narrative. I enjoy some pretty looking graphics and some fun gameplay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, yeah, and I agree with that. Like, that's why a game like Night in the Woods I will love forever. Like like really good story games or something like
Bioshock.
that. Yeah, stuff like that. It's all really good, but like I guess playing competitive games for the entirety of like growing up, I guess that's all I cared about. Like in Black Ops 2, all I wanted to fucking do was be like a great quick scoper and maybe get signed onto some like garbage YouTube team and
Yeah.
you know do montages with them. And that was like my biggest incentive is to get something out of every time I played a competitive game. But now that like I'm already 19 and like all those chances are pretty much way slimmer because I'm already kind of older as far as like gamer goes or whatever the fuck.
Mhm.
And it's just, my incentive is pretty much gone. Like now I just want to play games for the story, but in the end I'd rather do something that's like more productive and meaningful to me than like try to pursue some shitty competitive gaming thing. I guess that's why I've lost interest because I just
I-
had a totally different mindset with games.
I think growing up, I had the mindset of, God, you get home from school after being with your friends, and then everyone hops on the 360 and plays Call of Duty. That's how I grew up. That's how I played. I didn't really care more for more of playing competitively. I think as I started growing up, I wanted to be more competitive because like in Call of Duty, like I thought I was good, but I mean I was just playing with my friends, just having fun the entire time. But as I grew up and as I got like a computer, that's when it kind of changed. It's like, oh hey, competitive. But the problem is, I kind of regret not like talking to myself or pushing myself further into it, because now that I want to do it because I'm older and I understand the sense of like, oh hey, you can actually do all this stuff, you know, make
Yeah.
money. It's a harder market now than it was back in like 2012.
Dude, yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, that's just a good life lesson to learn by. Like, don't fucking just do something to do it. Like, it's like investing in stocks, kind of. So
Yeah.
like, no, but like actually, like, if you didn't do that early because you didn't think it'd mean anything to you or you'd get anything out of it. The same way you wouldn't invest in a shitty stock on an early company, but like
There
say
you
it
go.
blows up and becomes a great company and you
Yeah.
make so much fucking money, it's unbelievable. Yeah, it's like same as investing in a stock, man. It's fucking you just gotta do shit sometimes.
Yeah. And I think that's why I'm trying to push myself more to do things now, even though it might be too late. It's really never too late.
I was gonna say, dude, I know I say that with games. That's because like a lot of teams don't want to sign on some fucking like
Yeah.
30-year-old dude because you'd have to spend like 10 years playing a game in order to get to where these fucking players are, where they've been playing since they were like 10 years old.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like that's why it's kind of rough for like gaming stuff. But as far as like professional gaming, I mean, but like streaming and all this other shit, dude, it's never too late to do any of that.
Yeah.
Like that shitty ass mindset is what makes it too late.
Yeah, exactly.
Or whatever the fuck.
Do you think
It's
you'd
like-
want that though? Like, you want to be like a professional esports player?
As a,
No, I wouldn't.
That just isn't appealing to me.
when I
Like,
first
yeah,
started
well,
playing,
maybe if I was 18 or like 17, like,
Yeah.
oh, that's epic. Playing
Wh-
video games 12 hours a day. But like now, it's like
Yeah, I couldn't
that
do
would ruin my enjoyment of the game.
yeah, when I
Like,
when I first started playing CS, I was like, dude, I want to be this, I want to be that, and like just become like the top.
mhm.
Like that was pretty much it. That's why I played it. I mean, I wasn't good,
Yeah, same.
but you know, after a while, it did get boring. Hence why I cheated.
Yeah, same. Dude. Getting my fucking main account banned felt awful, but I got it banned anyway. So
It's just crazy to look at like the market and everything for CS:GO back in the day, and how everything was so cheap, and now all of a sudden, hey, the skin that you didn't like is now $300,000.
wait, what fucking skin? What?
Like there's skins like back in the day that like were cheap, like you know the Operation like the first cases that came out with the
Yeah.
Fire Serpent and everything like that.
Yeah.
They were like what, $3-4 back in the day maybe. Now they're like
Yeah.
$20-30 just to open one case.
Dude, that shit is crazy, man. Oh my god.
I mean, supply and demand.
I will never understand the economy that is the skin market of
Well,
CS:GO.
Well, because they don't drop anymore, and they have a low chance of dropping. And like back in the day, that was the first case that came out with skins, and it was like, whoa, skins! This is a brand new thing to like the internet world. Like no one's ever done this. No one's ever done gambling or microtransactions in this game before. So it's like a whole new dynamic, and it's like, shit. Here's a skin that you can't really get anymore. It's worth like $4,000.
Yeah. I mean, they just went they went about it like right back in the day. Like Steam or Valve or whatever the fuck, like by making it actually worth money. I think that's what really did it. Like if the skins were like in Valorant, I don't think like no one gives a fuck.
They sell them on the market. There you go. Start
Yeah, I mean,
gambling,
dude,
make a profit.
There just should be a fucking market for them, but there isn't. I don't know. I wish it was. Just wish it was CS:GO too, man.
It's never gonna happen.
Yeah, now Steam doesn't makes card games.
I mean, Alex came out, so that was good. Now
Yeah,
now where's 3?
I don't know. I mean, they definitely hinted towards making it, like at the end. Like it's definitely gonna be a thing because of like what the ending was like in Half-Life Alyx.
Oh, well, you can't really speak in certainties with Valve.
Actually, yeah. Never mind.
How long did it take him to make this?
10 years,
10
15
years?
years.
Well, the thing is, the Half-Life games have always been like pushing new technology, right?
Yeah.
So the first Half-Life that came out was one of the first ever first-person shooters
Was it?
that really, it was one of the first-person shooters that ever came out that set the trend for storytelling. So it was one of the first first-person shooters that used a new graphical engine, which was then used for a lot of other Source games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Half-Life 2 was their brand new engine, which then again pushed the boundaries for its time period. And remember, the physics engine was a big deal back in the day, and everybody was like, "Whoa, physics! Like that's crazy."
Yeah.
Because most other games were just like set pieces and static entities. And with Alex, it's look at Valve's new index. It's a new step for VR, right? With finger tracking and everything.
Flip someone off.
So I feel like it's either going to come in the next generation or, well, I don't know if it's going to be like that anymore because consoles have moved away from being like, oh, we're not making big leaps in graphics anymore. At this point, we're going in different dimensions with how we play video games with new sensory details and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And,
like
dude,
like the whole like the new Xbox that's coming out, it's literally a PC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a
Yeah.
little,
It's literally a PC with the Xbox logo slapped on it.
like game consoles aren't as proprietary technology as they used to be with games.
Now with the
Yeah.
360,
Which I'm all for because that means that pirating in the future is going to be a lot easier. Because you can just pirate any game, and as long as you have the proper emulator running, it'll probably be able to run on a PC, right?
Yeah. Now when the 360 came out, that was kind of like, whoa, like it's crazy. Like
dude, the 360 was, like,
2005
the golden
or
age
6.
of fucking Xbox.
It really was.
Yeah, it came out the perfect time.
It really went. If you, I don't know if everyone else can agree with this, but if you were growing up, you went from PS2 to 360 to then whatever the hell you ever went to.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. That's how it went for everyone.
But I got pretty lucky, and we had pretty much most of the consoles at the same time. So I had a PS3 and an Xbox 360.
Oh,
I never
Dude,
really liked
not-
PS3. I always
Yeah,
just
PS3
my
was
dad,
the
when it
way
first
to
came
go.
out, bought one of the first PS3s when it came out when it was like $600.
Jesus fuck.
Oh yeah, it did come out at
Yeah,
a
the
steep
big,
price.
fat, shiny one that had like
Yeah,
30 ports that did nothing.
yeah.
it was backwards compatible though. Oh,
Oh,
I don't know. Just Xbox Live having to pay every single month to play games online. I
That
just never get
sucks.
agree with
I
it. so
didn't-
bought
I
it.
didn't-
And it
I didn't-
chapped my ass.
I mean, I
9
didn't
gold.
honestly.
I don't have a source of income, so I was like, I'm not gonna do this to myself.
Honestly, I
But
didn't
I
really
wouldn't
care
vote
for that because it's like I asked for like I got it around Christmas,
Yep,
And,
that's what
like,
everybody
and
did.
and
mostly.
So you
And
have a
then-
year subscription and you're set.
Yeah.
Do you remember when every game would usually come with like a free month?
Yeah.
So whenever you bought a new game, it's like, oh, free month.
Continue cycling.
I remember me and my old friends wanted to play it again and like hop back on, and I was like, damn, I don't have live. I was like, let me go through some of my game cases to see if I have live. I had a Halo 2 game case. It had a month of Xbox Live, and I was like, let's see if this works. Pops it in. Oh, hey, it works.
But
I was like, damn.
it's just an extra hoop to go through, though. Like, it should just be free to begin with.
Yeah.
I mean, PS3 was free, and now look at it. You have to pay for it.
Yeah, because it got influenced by Microsoft. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Now I have a question.
So
for
is
you guys.
Nintendo.
This is moving more into the retro game territory. So you
Oh.
know how there's a big nostalgia boom for like some of the older consoles now. Like a couple years ago, it was like the SNES and the NES, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the classic console,
And
yeah.
now we're moving on to the PS1. They made the PS Classic. Well, not even just classic consoles, just the interest in playing these games again because of nostalgia.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And like recently, I feel like all I hear about is like N64 and GameCube, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
hope
yeah.
so.
And so I'm
Honestly-
wondering if maybe in another like 10, 15 years or maybe less than that, like that's going to be the deal with like Xbox and like PlayStation 3 and the 360.
Dude, it's 100%.
Yeah, because rebranding or not rebranding, but remarketing older technologies like it's new and refreshed again, even though it's not. Like,
Well, it's
like-
it's a nostalgia thing.
it's nostalgia, but like it's kind of like exploiting the customer because it's like, oh, you remember when you had fun with this thing back in the day? Now we remastered it, and it
Modern
only,
Warfare 2.
it
Yeah.
only comes with like 5 games that
Dude.
Wait.
we like.
Hold up.
The thing is, I feel like that would work a little better though with the newer consoles, well, newer to us anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because with the older consoles, like that's a bit of a hard sell because you can emulate any of those games, right?
Mhm.
Like SNES, NES, you play those on a fucking toaster if you want.
It's for the experience, Like the classic PS1 controller, the
Yeah.
classic SNES.
And the PS1, same thing. Like you run it on a potato of a PC, and even
Yeah.
most Android phones are capable of emulating the stuff. But it's like the 360 is near impossible to hack. You need like RTAG and JTAG it, which are all physical things that you need to solder into the system and break it down.
Yeah,
Like there is no soft modding for the 360.
I've always
And
wanted.
you guys
to-
aren't really big into the emulation scene, but PS2 games are an absolute nightmare to run.
Oh yeah, I have like 3 on my computer that are like, oh hey,
They're
can't
super
run 'em.
finicky. The emulator isn't well optimized.
That's why I
Yeah,
that's why I
I
went
tried-
out in the summer and just went to garage sales and see who had PS2 games and just bought a bunch of PS2 games.
Dude,
The thing is, PS2 games are in that weird area where they're kind of getting more expensive as the years go on because more people
Yeah.
are getting nostalgia for them. But I feel like Xbox games aren't there yet, and that's why I want to get a bunch of 360 games just to keep.
Well, I don't know if you would have saw one game. I forgot. I think it was Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3 like had a spike for some reason. And I remember reading that some dude came in the GameStop and just bought like 15 copies of it to resell it because it was gaining popularity again for some reason. And I think they were selling for like I think they were selling for like 10 or 15 bucks at GameStop, and I think the dude resold them for like 30.
There we go.
It's not a bad
100%
way to
profit.
flip some quick cash.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the only people doing that are already scalpers, though. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like people who already
Yeah.
have the shipping means to send things out cheaply,
Yeah.
or the eBay clout to sell reputably.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking hate scalpers, man. Ugh.
Yeah.
So fucking
Scalpers are the bane of my existence. However, it gives me a nice warm fuzzy feeling on the inside when I look at all this retro shit that I have and I see that it's actually worth something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
It went up
difference-
in value because of that.
Dude,
Yeah.
especially if you have like I was reading earlier, if you have a old school GameCube and you have the original cables with it, the original cables are like $300 just for the AV cable.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, even the newer stuff, I feel like retro stuff lately has been holding its value a lot better. Like an SNES Classic a month or two ago was probably hovering around 100, 110 in price.
Yeah.
Like, I think you can't find them on eBay for less than 150, 160 at the moment.
It's because it could be replicated, but it can't be replicated to be the original.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Dude,
I think people want the fact that, oh, I had something from 1980s and not this newer crap that's rebuilt and shittier than the new one or the old one.
Original, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll give you the prices on the SNES Classic real quick. New in box, $209.
Jeez.
In the box, $190. No box, $90.
The thing with the new box sealed stuff too is like that's only gonna increase in value.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I would kill for an old school Game Boy. No, not maybe an old school Game Boy, but maybe like a Game Boy SP in the packaging. Oh,
Oh,
In the
those were so
packaging.
much fun.
yeah.
My buddy Chris bought like an old school ass Game Boy that still needed like AA batteries. That was interesting. He has a lot of retro shit too. Now that I think about it,
Is it still fun though?
is it still fun?
Play for a
I-
prolonged
well,
period of
If on a
time.
nostalgia trip, yes.
I go back.
I can
to
tell
my
you, even without the
PS2.
nostalgia trip, some of these games are pretty, I'd say, fun situationally.
Mhm.
I can't
Yeah.
stand them more than an
But
hour,
okay,
and I'm
but
done.
Hold up.
Well, the
I
thing is, that's when
agree
you're
with
sitting down to play these games, but you rarely ever sat down to play these
So-
games. You know what I mean?
that. So
Like they were on the go games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So like me back in the day, like on N64, me and my buddy Isaac would play nothing but GoldenEye, and that was so much fucking fun situationally. We had Xbox 360, mind you. We had all this like cool shit that was like the good stuff in the day, right? But we wanted to play GoldenEye because it not only like a nostalgia factor. We never even played it because we were too fucking young to like played it when it came out. But it was so much fun just for the sped purpose. Like it was fun situationally, basically. Like we would just be dumb in it and like use slappers only or something, just beat the fuck out of each other. Like that was like good time stuff. That's when the N64 is kind of nice.
It's like the PlayStation 2. Like I bought a bunch of games for it, and I've recently have you ever played the Midnight Club? Oh,
have
like
not.
those games, like the Midnight Club 3 and
Yeah.
all that. Yeah, back in the day, dude, those were like the best. Like I loved all those racing games, like all the customizable ones and everything like that. I went back to it recently, and I was like, damn, I couldn't play it for like more than 30 minutes because I was like, how did I play this as a kid? And like, how can I not
Dude.
play it now?
You're right.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like it's fun still, but it's just like I can't sit through there and just deal with it.
Yeah.
Higher
yeah.
standards.
Dude, I don't know. You know what game I know?
See,
I
that's
could
why you
play
gotta
over?
lower your standards way down to the floor.
Oh man.
None. But a game that I could play right now, like I wanted to get PCSX2 just so I could emulate it, but I'm pretty sure it's fucking difficult and it's not worth it in the end.
Not an hour.
So
Well, I mean, it's fairly worth it. It's just finicky.
yeah, which is like not what I want. Basically, like I have a high. I guess I have a high standard for what I want in this situation, but I want to replay all the Sly games, dude. Those are
Oh
so good.
Well, the
my
thing is, most of
God.
those have been
So good.
remastered that you can
Hey,
play on PC.
Hey, guess
There we
what?
go.
Have they actually?
Hey, guess
yeah.
what?
Oh,
Speaking
I
of
have all the
Remastered.
original ones on PS2.
nice.
I
dude.
recently bought them too.
Dude, yeah, I fucking knew that was probably something you bought because I know that was a game you enjoyed as a kid too.
Yeah,
Those
well,
games
you
were so good.
and Luke and all of us played it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was such. A
I
good game,
didn't
man.
play any of the Sly Cooper games.
Dude,
They
Sly
weren't my
Cooper,
cup of tea.
like, Sly Cooper games back in the day, they were good.
I don't know.
Yeah, they
It's a
were great.
GameCube boy.
You know what
Can't
game?
relate.
You know what game is highly expensive on the PlayStation 2?
Huh.
Well, one of them is Def Jam City, or the Def Jam Fight for New York, and then the other one's I think it's called The Haunting or something
Oh
like that.
my god, you just straight up unlocked a part of my memory I didn't know I had. And it wasn't even about Def Jam Fight for New York, it was about Def Jam Icon for the 360.
Oh, I remember that one.
The
Oh, fucking Ludacris and 50 Cent fighting it out in a fighting game. Jesus.
That's
And it was a
so
good fighting game,
It
too.
really was.
nice.
Oh, I remember, oh my god, different memory with fucking GameStop. I remember selling my entire 360 collection to GameStop for like $16.
Oh,
Jeez, feels bad.
fuck that. Dude.
I was gonna sell my 360, and then I saw how much it was worth, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep it.
Yeah, dude, that's what my buddy Chris did. Like, he said it was better. Like, he just kept all his shit because he's like, it's not even worth getting rid of it.
It
Like,
really is.
at a certain point, you can just hop back on and like maybe relive something. But
Yeah, like
getting rid of it, you don't get
I
it.
think a GameCube controller sells at GameStop pre-owned for like $40, but you could trade it in for like $1.
Yeah, that should have not happened.
I mean, I've got a 360 sitting in my closet, and that's gonna stay there for a while.
Yeah, dude. You know what's crazy to think about though? What is Modern Warfare gonna look like to us in 10 to 15 years?
Oh,
That
like
shit-
the old
the
like the
same.
OG ones.
No, yeah,
Oh.
like the OG ones. Like, oh my god, dude. 10 to 15 years from now, we'll all be like fucking 30 or like in our late 20s. And
Did
holy
you
hell,
say
we'll all-
15 to 20 years from now?
No,
10
10
to
to 15.
15.
Mine.
Oh,
yeah,
10.
yeah.
Well, we'll be
all like-
30s.
Yeah, we'll be 30. Dude, what the hell is like every? Okay,
Yeah.
that's just a giant question to like jump into. There's so many answers to that. but none
Hmm.
are certain. Yeah, I
The
can't.
thing is, I don't think
Right.
games 10 to 15 years from now are going to look too different
Nah.
from what we have now. Because think about it, what we have now, we have near photorealistic graphics, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We have beautiful games, and I think there's only one way up, and that's either going full photorealism or just really polished. So I don't think they're going to look too different. Like, we haven't gone from like polygons to like full on 3D rendering. Like, there is no next leap for that.
It's because it's not
Yeah.
accessible yet to
mean,
everybody.
Like, it's
I
either
think it's-
photorealistic or VR or
Next
literally.
was
I was gonna say,
VR.
you know what I said?
Yeah,
The
I just-
experience will be
object-
altered, but not the graphics.
Like, imagine getting that quality graphics that we have in Modern Warfare in VR. Like, that's the next step. That's what that
yeah,
would be.
and I
In
agree.
VR, we're in like the, I would say, PS2 stage of VR.
Huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Maybe not even
yeah,
the PS2
I'm-
stage. I
that
feel like in the
sounds-
graphics wise, they're probably at the PS2 stage of graphics, but we're
No.
technology wise in the Atari stage.
No, for sure. It could
Like,
definitely get
let
better.
me tell you
We're not
something.
just clunky.
Half-Life Alex is like something that, like, I'm going back to it because it's something that like set the bar for me as far as like VR games go, dude. That looks so good, and it's like, I think I was watching fucking PewDiePie. I know, haha, epic. But like when I was watching him, like he said, he was actually getting immersed in the game because of how like visually great it looked and like how well they made it. Like, I feel like that's just a really, really like that's what the future of games is gonna look
It's-
like, but more in depth, like an actual walking type thing. I don't know. I know that's been like said before.
See, I
and,
don't
like,
think
it's-
full body movement is gonna be the way to go.
I feel
Really?
like
I feel like eventually it's gonna get like Ready Player One. Like, we're gonna have
Yeah.
to start streaming shit into our minds.
I
You're
feel
fucking-
like
you know what, you're right,
reality. I
you're
feel
right.
like reality and the virtual world, like the internet and everything like that, are gonna just combine at one point. You're not gonna be able to tell what's what.
That
Dude,
would be
yeah.
freaky. That would be
It's-
real
like,
freaky.
it's
People
po-
committing
it's gonna
crimes
happen.
thinking they're in the
Technology's
world.
going, man. That could very well happen.
I just want haptic feedback. All right.
I feel like you got shot, or I feel like you got diddled.
Just go in VR.
Uh,
Just hop in VR chat with
One
haptic feedback. You get
second.
touched.
Thing is, the effects that would have on people, like it would completely ruin
It
so
really
many
would.
aspects of
If-
a person's life.
If like let's take women for example. If a lot of women go out clubbing and they're getting harassed, just out clubbing. Imagine the amount of that would happen in like VR.
Literally everywhere. It's
It would just like constant everywhere.
like how VR chat is right now, where like a person with a female voice just gets so much attention.
Yeah.
And like it's kind of weird at that point. Like, all right, their experience is being ruined,
Yeah.
and just like, all right, it's uncomfortable. Now they're less inclined to come back. Now it's just a one gender centric area.
It's for the boy.
I did not understand anything anyone said there.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Video games epic. There you go. I got you with the cringe.
Harassing women? No.
Yes, you can't
I was
stop.
gonna say
us.
what?
Okay, yeah. Okay, dude.
Misogyny time, dude.
I don't like massages.
Okay. All right.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
like
Huh.
I went into VR chat like over a month ago. Honestly, it was a really chill experience. Like
It got better.
it is.
Mm,
It got better from the whole stage.
Dude, that was.
I'm so glad that was a stage though, because
Oh
see
yeah.
the progression charts. Like, all right, there's a Ugandan Knuckles, and then after the.
They're still around. They're still around.
Yes, thank goodness they are.
yeah, all that's left is the ER peers and the mirror dwellers.
Yeah.
Everybody wearing anime skins.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure there's also a huge furry community in there.
Oh, there
Like,
is.
I was gonna say there definitely is because I remember seeing a video about it.
They move as a unit though,
Yeah.
away from the general public.
That's really what you gotta do. You even gotta come with your own friends and move as a unit.
I don't understand the mirror dwellers. Though. I don't understand like the enchantment
Yeah.
standing with the boys
Yeah.
in front of a mirror. Like you walk around and talk, you know, not just stand in one spot and look at your own face.
It's just hilarious how you immediately walk onto one map. Everyone's at the mirror.
Yeah, it's like
Why?
okay,
And it's like-
whoa,
it's like-
there's your skin.
It's like yeah.
And
It's
you
like
walk in and call them a simp, and suddenly they get defensive.
They had to
your
come.
previous experience of VR chat was just something else.
I've never been berated by so many people wearing anime skins and all their opinions so wrong.
It's just hilarious because they chased you around too.
Yeah, it's all right, dude.
Oh my god.
And whenever we were talking, you just hear him in the background saying, "Shut the fuck up."
Dude, I could never get into VR chat for some reason. I
What?
felt like it just required too much to get into, which is like a sped thought on my end. But
I mean, even with your PC, I can see it not being as fun because it was definitely a lot more immersive while wearing the headset and everything.
Yeah.
yeah,
Now, for me, I had to turn off the lights, just have the screen on full bright.
Yes,
All right, now I'm
exactly,
really into it.
exactly.
Like now, I felt like I dove into it.
We're-
But the fun aspect came like when I was playing by myself. Like, oh, I'm exploring this whole
Yeah,
fantasy
yeah, yeah.
island by myself.
Were you there when we went into the scary map when Camille first got his VR headset?
Oh yeah, it was me, you, and him, and like we were just like, yo, just walk down here, and then the pop-up would appear. But then you would hear Camille like walk into the pop-up, like, oh shit.
Yeah, like
This
we
moves.
made Camille go into this map, and it was like you're walking on like a tight, not even like a narrow board.
You know
And
that
you would
maze
walk-
game from the old days, like where if you like stray
Yeah.
off the straight line,
Yeah,
this pop-up appears on the screen. That
yeah,
was essentially the aspect.
that's pretty
of
much what
immersive.
happened. It's just
And-
the way that he freaked out too, and it's like I was scared too because it's like I don't want to go first. I'd rather have the dude with the VR go first.
Right.
so
Stop
how's
taking out
VR
your
chat
chills.
without a headset?
It's just chill. You just run around talking to people. You
Mm,
can't move your
Nope.
arms or anything.
I
no, that's kind of lame.
You really need to just turn off the second monitor, just have one monitor be the main focus, and to really get into it. Because otherwise, like if I have the lamp on, it ruins the experience somehow. Like it feels more like it's a cringy
Get past
time
the
than
lamp,
like
bro.
immersive experience. You know what? It encouraged me to buy a VR headset, and then I looked at my bank account, and we just didn't agree.
Dude,
I mean, they're not
maybe in a couple
super
years.
expensive, so the entry level shit.
Some-
You don't need
I
a
think
lot.
they are 450 for
Honestly-
HD Vive.
no, but
No,
look,
that's what I'm
Oculus-
saying. That's not even entry level
yeah,
shit
yeah,
though.
yeah. Entry
Isn't
level,
it?
so my buddy
No.
Chris bought some
200
like,
at
I think
least.
entry level type thing, and it was like $200, and it's not bad.
For entry level stuff, you're not looking at like Vive or Oculus.
Yeah,
you're looking
yeah,
at like
no.
Windows mixed reality,
Yeah,
Mm.
and
which I mean is good enough for what it is. Like even with they improved the tracking a lot with firmware updates. I mean they're still supported too. Like the physical headsets, I don't think are being made anymore except for a select few.
yeah.
So I've got an older one, but like they're still giving firmware updates, and like the tracking is better than what it was before.
Mm.
I just feel like I don't have the room for it, so that's one reason
Well, the
why
thing
it turns
with
me off.
Windows
some
mixed
days.
reality is you don't need the room for the sensors because it's all based on the headset itself,
Was it?
which is why I also think it's very beginner friendly.
Yours is the one where it has to be in front of you, like your hands.
No,
have
that's
to
what
be
I'm
in front
saying.
of
They
you.
changed that. It doesn't lose tracking as often anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not bad.
So as long as you just like glance at your hands every now and then, like you're fine. And when you have your VR headset like on, like your hands are in front of you pretty much most of the time anyway,
That's true.
because you're grabbing stuff or like pushing stuff.
There's someone down the stairs.
Yeah, or putting an emoji pillow in someone's face.
Yeah,
Yeah,
throw it in
thanks.
the face, have them be flamed.
But like that's what I'm saying. $200 for a beginner VR headset isn't bad at all.
But I want to flip someone off.
Think about the Oculus Rift S. There you go. That'll do the trick.
Nah, dude, the Vive. Or not the Vive. What is it? What is it? The Index.
Valve Index. Honestly, once I get my first actual career salary job, I'll be able to buy so much cool shit that I've always wanted. I just hope by that time I'm still interested in it. You know.
Yeah.
That's I mainly want to get, like, I want to invest in my computer and stuff, but it's like I also want to invest in a car.
Yeah. At this point of our lives, like we have to have our priorities straight. Otherwise, we're just stuck in the same spot for longer.
Dude,
'Cause if we have a car
yeah.
breaking down now, like our entire life is just flipped upside down. Because like, all right, we can't afford
Hey,
a new one right off the
I
bat.
think I'm just trying to get the salary job and then move into an apartment.
I want that so bad.
Yeah. that
I want to.
wanna
I
get
just.
out.
I need to get out.
You know,
Dude, I agree, man.
I don't know about you guys. Living out by yourself isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Okay, look.
Well,
It's
I can
enjoy
say
it.
that because I've done
okay,
it.
okay.
I
so
enjoy it so
can
much.
I, because I've lived by myself too. And look, it has its pros and its cons. Yeah,
There's definitely a difference with living with people though, and living by yourself.
Yeah.
Yourself.
Yeah,
a single
I-
roommate.
Oh no, with
pretty
roommates.
good.
Roommates. That's what I prefer.
yeah.
Honestly.
So like, okay, my experience is this, man. Paying bills isn't always the funnest thing ever, but the amount of freedom you get, dude, like, look, you don't have
That's
to.
another
ever
thing
call-
too. None of you have ever like seized your independence.
Yeah.
Like you give a lot of compromise in places you shouldn't give compromise for.
No,
your
no.
age.
We
Yeah.
have to. What do you mean? We don't
Yeah,
pay
no,
for our
you
stuff, so
don't.
we have to.
It doesn't matter. You're an adult. You have
But-
certain independences
Dude,
that
that does
aren't
not
reliant.
matter.
If you don't
on
follow the
living under
rules,
somebody's
you get kicked out.
Yeah, there
It's
are
simple as
rules,
that.
but then there are exceptions that you guys make to those rules that shouldn't be rules that you really need to put your foot down.
No.
Okay,
They pay for
honestly,
shit, so I
see
can't
what- I see
argue.
what you're
It's free.
saying
Yeah.
to
Free
an
real estate.
extent. what you're saying to an extent, I understand, but like certain things you just can't do anything about.
Yeah.
Nah.
Like this is not my like.
That's where
listen,
you're wrong.
That's why the only
Okay,
option
but
I
look,
feel is
look,
like
this
moving.
is
you
where I
know?
live, right? And this is my house, but I
Yeah.
do not own anything here except for
Yeah.
like the stuff that I bought in my room. If I want to be an asshole, like I will get like kicked out so fast, dude. That's such
It's-
a
Well, that's
not
not
even
saying you're,
funny.
what you think is being an asshole is actually just claiming some independence.
But it's not our rules.
And
to
you
make up,
don't
know?
have to be an asshole about it to do it
No, of
either.
course.
The problem-
You guys view going against what you're basically your authority says is viewing that as rebellion when it's not.
I
You
agree.
Well,
people
thing is,
are
like-
adults now. You have a certain amount of agency.
Yeah, so I know what you're saying, but like it's almost not even worth to confront
Yeah.
that. Like
It's
I'd almost rather not confront that and wait to actually.
That's
seize
that's
my
the
time.
thing
But-
where it goes. You
hold on,
guys
hold
have
on,
never
hold on.
had that confrontation. You've never gone into it to the point where you had to when you should have really.
well, the problem with that is
Nah.
the problem with that is one, you have to take into account, hey, you live in this place and either you're paying some sort of, you're either paying something because they're forcing you and they're telling you, hey, you gotta start paying up or anything, or the fact that is if you try to rebel or not rebel or like stand up or put your foot down like you say, the problem with that is at the end of the day you have to come home to that and deal with it for the rest of the week or the rest of the day or the rest of blah blah
Yeah.
blah, and they'll constantly tell you,
The thing is,
hey,
you
you
shouldn't
remember you did
have to
this,
deal
remember you
with
did
it.
this, and now
Yeah,
this is what
that's
you
the
do.
thing.
Well, it's not like
You shouldn't have to deal with it, but you're gonna
it's
have
how it
to.
is.
I don't
Yeah, that's
feel
just
like
how-
I'm
you
living here.
guys
I have to.
have the ability to like really say what you mean. You don't have a good like argument for your own agency, which I feel like is where the main issue is stemming from here.
Probably, you know.
You don't know
you're
how to
right.
voice what you mean.
Or
And
well,
that's
put it in an
probably to an
example then.
extent, but it's-
How would someone voice their agency?
By making clear claims and clear explanations.
Yeah,
It's especially weird for you, Paul, because you pay money to live where you're at.
that's yeah.
That's
crazy.
yeah. That throws
That
me.
shit is whack. I would
Like
to-
you pay rent and you get treated like a bitch.
Yeah, dude. Okay, Paul. Like, honestly, I understand Javier's like explanation in your favor, like, or what Javier's saying, especially for you, because, dude, your mom calls you down to eat and you pay money where you live. Like, I think my mom understands. Like, I don't pay any money where I live right now. But my mom understands. She's like, okay, if he doesn't want to eat, I'm not gonna call him down.
Well,
And she usually doesn't unless I'm like free or something. Like,
well,
that's insane.
the thing,
that
no,
she's-
the thing with that is I'm not forced to come down and eat. Like I usually just say, hey, I'm not gonna eat, or
Yeah.
or
That
like,
tone of voice says otherwise, Paul. I've heard Dolores yell.
Dolores, let's go.
Well-
Hey, no hack.
well,
I know
she only yells because of what's it called? Like I'm up here and she's down there, and it's like
Yeah, to get the
Yeah,
attention.
to get the attention. Yeah, to get the attention of, hey, it's dinner time. You know, like come and eat.
Yeah, but you've also had your PC cable taken away.
Well, that's you know
You
what?
see, all right, yeah, I can understand that to an extent of like, all right,
You're
You know,
also
that's
not
kinda
really allowed to go outside after dark.
yeah, very true. Or to my girlfriend's house
Yeah.
at night.
Yeah, dude. Oh my, really?
Or stay other places
What?
without giving yourself away.
Okay, yeah, Paul, you need to actually.
Hey,
Like,
you know what I say when I'm leaving the house?
What?
Hey, where you going? Out. All right, see you later.
Well, the thing is, I say that, and then they pester me about it. Oh, where you going? Where you going? Where you going? It's like,
That's why-
I'm going
This is a
out. Like,
concern.
come on.
That's why I use Javier. Like, yeah, I'm going to his house. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm like, oh, like,
Hey, that's why your
Okay,
parents
I-
thought you were gay.
Yeah.
Dog. Dude,
What's
honestly,
wrong with that, huh?
nothing, dude.
Different
Nothing.
topic, different time.
No, but like, yeah, but dude, okay, like, I'm starting to realize how like lenient my mom is right now, because that's crazy.
Like, okay, so
Dude.
the Christian, that's okay. So there's different situations where you should put your foot down, but I feel like in Christian's situation, you don't really need to put your foot down
yeah, I
because your
don't.
mom
No.
doesn't really ask a lot of you.
No.
Like, Danny and Christian are two sides of a very
I don't know, dude. Fucking.
samey
me
like,
and Danny
so
are
one
Christian
day
kinda
does
the
what
same.
he
chilling.
asks, right? So he's cleaned the bathroom. He does what's asked of him. I'm sure you help your mom around the house pretty often, right?
Who are you asking? Who are you
Yeah,
asking?
Christian.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, yeah, and they don't ask you to pay shit to live where you're at, right?
Yeah,
They just ask for a little respect and then a little like just help around, right?
yeah.
So that's reasonable.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you can leave whenever you please, right?
Oh,
yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
That is reasonable.
Yeah.
You could stay out overnight, right?
That's what I want.
You don't have to
Yeah,
ask for permission. That is a reasonable case of I live here, I follow the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul's is not reasonable because he pays money and they give extra rules anyway.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
And ask for his help, which I guess is just a normal family thing anyway.
Yeah,
But
it's just- it's the
there's a limit.
The problem with that is like me and Danny are kind of the same. Danny in the sense of like, all right, I mean, I don't know his parents, but like in the sense of like, oh hey, you can't stay over this friend's house or whatever for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But it's like if I
Yeah,
say
you can't go out at night without a reason.
yeah, but if I say oh I'm gonna go stay at Camille's or something, it's fine. But I can't.
so it's more like
but I
based
can't-
on certain
but-
factors rather
yeah,
than.
but I
just more
can't. But I
general.
can't be in a certain neighborhood past a certain time because it's a quote unquote bad neighborhood.
Oh my god.
Ah, yes, because of all the neighbors.
Yeah.
The brother.
All right, let's not get too specific.
That
here.
especially like back in like high school days, when I would go to Camille's house and like stay over, my mom would literally just give me extra rules of like, oh, don't be going out at night. You're walking anywhere at night. What do? I'm gonna go to Positano's. I'm gonna go to 7-Eleven. I'm gonna go to KFC.
Dude,
9
what?
o'clock at night.
Oh, that neighborhood. Okay, I was wondering like, what's wrong with your current neighbor, or what's wrong with Camille's current neighborhood? But nah, his old one, I wouldn't either.
It was
It's not terrible.
It's not yeah.
Yeah, it's not even bad at all. I've been outside in the middle of the night, perfectly fine. A couple crackheads yelling, but it's just the way of the road.
Dude, that's how.
Some
that's how
Mexicans
our-
offering you some Modelo, but you know it's all.
Actually, it's not even crackhead. Yeah, just drunks. You know, like drunks are out there, not crackheads.
That's more south.
But I don't know. I want to move out, dude. Like,
I do
it
too.
doesn't matter.
And
There's
that-
nothing you can do to change every
I'm gonna
single
be- I'm gonna be
factor aside
honest.
from just leaving.
I'm gonna be honest. That's kind of why I wanna try to move in with someone because one, it'll be easier. Two, rent's not gonna be that crazy, and three, all right, we both have the same goals.
I'll tell you right now, living with friends is not all it's cracked up to be.
Even if
I think
it-
Kristian can attest to that.
But even if it's just one, even if it's not the gamer house like we wanted,
Look.
even if it's
this-
just one
so-
person, because if I'm gonna be honest.
Hey, we still got our agreement going on, right?
Hey, what agreement?
Like it's happening no matter what.
The gamer house?
Even if it's just us.
Absolutely.
All
I'll
right.
make it happen, even if I have to work a
Wait.
fucking shit job.
Wait,
dude, I'm making
what?
it happen.
What's happening?
the
Gamer house is happening, even if it's just us two.
Well, the thing
Yeah.
the thing with that.
Because
But
I
what
feel like you'd be pretty amicable to live with. Like I've seen the way you live. You're pretty clean.
I keep my shit extra tidy, dude. Like,
Yeah.
The thing
spouse.
with Danny is like if I were to move in with anyone, it
Hmm.
would probably be Danny. One because Danny, you know, he doesn't.
Normal.
He's normal. He goes
Yeah.
out. He goes out sometimes. He stays home. You know, it's normal. It's fine. I'm not gonna have to deal with anyone that's like, fuck you for not doing this, or screw you for doing this and that, or coming at home like this late at night.
Oh,
you
dude,
know, like
look.
honestly, I think most of the
That
boys
would be dumb.
wouldn't
Oh
be
my
bad.
God, no, look.
Yeah.
I think
That
the
would be
messiness aspect would piss me off.
Oh
though.
my
Yeah.
god, yes.
Like that's the only problem I might have with the boys. Like, all right,
Dude,
they
I
don't
would fucking
dirty
come into
dishes.
your room and beat you down for living a paper plate out in the open.
dude, my rule. If I move in with any of you guys, you can keep your room however you want. If you're out in the dining room, living
The
room, or
general
whatever,
spaces.
and you leave garbage everywhere, kick your
Yes,
ass.
clean
Fuck you.
fucking common
Dude,
space.
dishes too, holy
Jesus.
shit.
Clean your own
Your own
dishes. Do your
The trick
own
with
dishes.
dishes,
That's it.
do them as soon as you clean them.
Yes.
As soon as you make them
Oh,
dirty.
okay. As someone
can
who
soak 'em
cooks
sometime.
regularly, yeah. Somebody who cooks regularly, there are some things that need to stay in the sink for a little bit,
That is true. That's
like
understandable.
hot pans,
That's understandable, but
bakeware.
that's understandable. But you put
Just
them in
don't forget
one
about it.
side. You put them on one
Yeah.
side of the kitchen of the sink.
Like, don't leave it multiple days in there, but like a day, a night, that's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, boys. So who's
So-
moving in?
So I'm curious, like, what issues do you think we may come across? I know we talked about this before, but Kristian, like, you've had the actual experience. So, like, what are things like to look out for, or like red flags?
Dude, red flags are like people just being shitty. Like that's it. Like if you guys aren't just living together and living and that's it, like and someone's just constantly trying to like don't let someone constantly try to do shit with you, I guess. Like you need space as a person. And like if everyone in the house is like always interacting, I feel like it's kind of shitty. I don't know.
I just feel like the
Just-
aspect of hey,
Respect
It's
each
a-
other's boundaries.
it-
That's it.
yeah,
Like,
I
that's-
Don't seek people out. Yeah, like if
Yeah.
I'm in a common space, that means I'm up to hang.
yeah.
That's-
if
that's
you're
a
in your
really good
room-
rule, yeah.
If you're in your room, fuck off. Like
If you're in the
Don't
room,
knock on the door to come
Oh,
out.
well,
Like,
a door,
oh, look at this.
like that way you use the door rule. If door's open, come on in. I don't care. Right? So
Yeah.
open door means it's cool to come in, come hang out. I don't give a fuck.
closed door
Talk
knock.
to me.
Closed door, don't even knock.
First.
Don't-
Well, okay,
Well,
wait a
the
minute.
thing
Send a
is,
text
the-
even. But
well-
Okay, yeah, I guess text would be better.
yeah.
yeah.
Well, the thing is with that, I'd rather knock and be like, you know, if I knock and I don't hear a response from you for like 5 seconds, all right, I'll go do something else. I'm not gonna knock and keep knocking, trying to do whatever, wake you up.
If I need to give you something, I'm gonna open the door a crack to peek my arm in, and then I'm throwing it. That's all I'm doing. Those are dorm rules. Like, if you need to return something to somebody and they're not answering their door, but it's not locked, You open the door just enough to get your arm in and the item, and you drop it and close the door.
Yeah, that's the thing, like,
Slap
it's
the
just
fuck
a
out of me, see an
respectful
arm
fucking-
going.
If someone isn't respecting boundaries, that's a red flag. And then
Mm.
fucking talk to them like instantly because it's going to ruin everything if they don't.
Yeah,
Like
that's
yeah,
a really
it's
good
just-
one to point out, though. Yeah.
Like that's really it. That's really all that matters. Like be responsible for your own shit and respect other people's boundaries. in your house.
One big one. If you're living with friends, animals or not.
I mean, I'm cool with some pets.
I'm allergic to cats. I found out. So
That's the
Yeah.
thing. That's the thing. It
Yeah, I
sucks.
have a problem with cats. My
That's
eyes,
the-
they get really itchy.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, 'cause I want a cat.
I
Well,
mean,
that fucking sucks, Paul. Looks like you're not.
if they're
getting-
confined to your room and like
Yeah.
one general space in
that's
that, okay.
difficult.
Yeah.
If they're walking around the entire house shedding, and then I have allergies, like, all right,
I'm gonna
No.
kill it.
Oh.
It's
I'm
dead.
gonna accidentally step on its head.
Now a dog. Yeah.
I'm gonna accidentally slam it in the fridge a
Aw,
couple
dude,
times.
Honestly, a dog. If someone were to get
Dogs-
a dog, that's entirely your responsibility. Those are so much work.
It's
So
fun
They're
having
Yeah.
noisy, messy.
Yeah, they're noisy.
Get a
gold
messy, you have to walk them all the time.
Fish
they have
aren't bad, but they also
But-
smell a little bit if you
but-
don't take
yeah,
care of
the
them.
thing
They
is
actually, even fish smell like shit.
But the
It
thing-
doesn't smell I'm a pet.
The thing with the dog is that it kind of keeps you in check because it's like, all right, hey, it has to go outside. Oh, maybe I should go get some
Yeah,
fresh
you have a
air.
schedule. You have a living thing that
Yeah.
needs a schedule.
Hey, but you could also just be responsible.
Yeah, but could also be a lazy fuck and end up.
I mean,
not
there are
doing
also
shit.
dogs that circumvent a
You
lot
should
of
have known
things
the
that you
dog
guys
at
are
that
saying.
point.
Like the smarter breeds and the breeds that have hair instead of fur. Like most of those are pretty okay. Like they don't reek like dog, even when they
Yeah.
get wet.
Yeah.
Most of them are pretty smart too, so they're not like really loud.
All right, so immediate example, Pixel. What would you find with Pixel living in the gamer house?
Yeah.
She's not entirely loud. I mean, she barks when people like come to the house, but that's a good alarm system either way.
Ham.
Yeah, I think that's all right. Yeah.
Alright,
Like, as long as
no,
the
I
dog's
don't-
not barking at random shit outside the window.
All right,
Abby,
that's
no.
cool.
Abby's too loud.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't want Pixel, dude. She's gonna eat all the ham.
Get all the ham.
That's another thing. I don't want Pixel
Chicken
on the
sandwich.
thing that she doesn't have hair. She has fur.
Mm.
Like that'd be my one stipulation. It'd have to be like a hair dog instead of a fur dog.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was a difference. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a
Fur dogs don't.
definite difference.
Fur dogs shed.
Mm.
Hair dogs don't.
And,
Oh.
like, the
So
the
like
fucking-
poodles, labradoodles,
A German Shepherd would.
Oh, I see what you mean. now,
shepherds
yeah.
shed like motherfuckers.
Okay, never mind.
That is a
I'm saying-
hairy dog that sheds.
I was gonna say like any dog really does, but getting a shorter hair dog is better because I know my dog sheds a lot, and like sometimes he'll lay in my bed and like when he gets up, I'll just see a fuck ton of hair like
Got
on my sheets and shit. But the thing is, like, it's not as bad. Like I could clean that up easily because it's tiny bits of hair. But
Yeah.
fucking long-haired dogs are like, like you said, a German Shepherd. No, dude. No,
Nah.
that's too much. That's too much work.
Honestly, I think at this point, just don't even have a pet. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a shitty solution, but like, it's just not
Well,
worth it.
it-
Inconveniences for people just to help one person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a solution to both of those things. We
Hmm.
get an outside fish pond. There we go.
Dude,
That-
koi pond.
Yeah, that's
Koi
just
pond?
equally
Koi pond.
responsible.
A koi
dude.
pond, yes.
Koi pond hog.
I wouldn't mind a koi pond. That's pretty dang cool.
Keeps you
And it's a-
responsible.
It keeps you
outside.
responsible, and it's like anyone could just go out there and feed it. Just
That
throw-
and you
throw
can
a-
do them pretty easily. All
Yeah.
you need is like a kiddie pool that you spray paint black. Because I mean, you can dig the depth of a kiddie pool into any ground really, without worrying about pipes and shit.
Yeah, I know that when I was living with my dad, we actually made a really cool pond, but what we did is we like actually dug a hole and then filled it with water, and then we cemented the hole that we dug out first, and then we let it like set, and then we filled it up with water, and dude, fucking frogs started living there, like fish were just there. I remember a snake was in the water one time.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like a
awesome.
little
Yeah.
ecosystem.
Yeah.
Does it
it's
look
so
dirty?
cool.
I mean, that
looks
sounds kinda
dirty
cool,
after
but-
winter. Yeah, it looks
Oh.
dirty after winter because
But a little
leaves,
cleaning
like,
and it'll
fall.
do good.
Yeah, cleaning it.
Well, I
would
mean,
be-
the
it's
thing
not
is,
hard to
like,
clean.
if you add the right plants in there, it'll clean itself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Like, if you add filter feeder plants, like, they'll keep circulating the water, and it really, at that point, becomes its own ecosystem.
Yeah, some bottom feeders, boom bang. Oh,
Yeah,
Boom,
some
bang,
bottom
bop.
feeders, some
Yeah, dude, we had
snails.
snails in there. We had like goldfish. Like I said, the fucking animals would just come in from the nature, So
Fun fact: goldfish are actually carp. They get massive if you let them grow long enough.
I've seen
Really?
big goldfish,
the chunky
Yeah.
boys.
and they don't smile back.
dude,
Okay.
a cat from r slash.
All right,
Chunkers
no
running away
guinea
from its
pigs.
owner.
God.
No?
No
That is
guinea
my
pigs.
stipulation. No
They
guinea
smell
Bad.
pigs. Terrible.
What about
guinea
rats?
pigs.
Really?
about rats.
You can get over them. Like rats are actually very clean animals.
Yeah, they
No,
Surprisingly.
I mean we're
Yeah,
not
you
having
see,
rats in
you
the house.
see that video
No,
of
no,
that
no, Danny.
rat
Danny
Like
likes
thing?
those
they're
bye-bye.
very clean and they're super intelligent.
Yeah, Danny.
Like
the
I've
worst
seen
is
people
you
that
get
had them.
literally-
Like they're literally like just dogs, small dogs.
It's the big cheese, dude.
The big cheese.
Dude, ferrets?
They're
Ferrets?
small
Come over.
dogs, but they're
Just ignore the
smarter.
rat on the floor,
Ferrets,
alright?
if they haven't been deglanded, also smell a little bit.
Yeah.
My sister's husband used to own one,
Mm.
and they've got a bit of a smell to them. But if like you give them regular baths and they've been deglanded, they don't produce their musk.
Musk.
And then there are
The
some
big-
reptiles
the
that don't smell
musk.
either.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, Danny. How would you feel about that, dude? A little rat running.
Dude,
around.
turtles, I don't like the way turtles smell.
It would be so. It would turn me off. It would turn off whoever comes over.
Oh,
It just
my
wouldn't be
God.
nice.
But what if you just don't have it running around and leave it in a cage?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, what animal? What
Like,
animal?
Why?
I think you underestimate how chill of an animal they are. Like they're
Dude, rats are so
extremely
chill.
chill.
Yeah. They just want to vibe, dude. That's all they want to do.
Yeah, they do this thing called boggling, where you pet them, where their eyes bulge out a little bit. It's weird.
Oh,
Vulture.
Pog. I think I know what you're talking about.
The stink.
Uh,
I
The
was
stink
hiding.
ray hits you.
I was hiding.
Dude,
It
you
just-
just fucking in your
I
sweat.
just, I feel like, I just feel like if Danny got a pet rat, he wouldn't be able to stop saying Twitch lines.
Twitch lines that dress them up,
Yeah,
paint
you-
them, spray paint them green. Dude.
Oh god.
No, but at this point, just don't.
Super
You guys don't have a pit
skewers.
right now. You guys don't have a room pit right now. so
I'm
it's
buying a large ball python.
like,
I'm
the moment you
down.
move in, alright, time to buy some pets.
Those are cool though. Ball pythons are sick. I don't know. I feel
Yeah,
like
I'm gonna open the door, creak, and put it in.
I would
somebody's
say
room.
pets are probably a no-go as starting things out. Probably no.
There we go.
You probably have to give it like a long while before
I'm,
you.
You're a no-go.
I'm gonna be honest. I would like to move in with someone hopefully soon. One, just because I want to get out of this house. Two, if they want someone else to move in, they can, because I'm most likely gonna leave because of my girlfriend, and we're gonna want to have a place together.
Oh, so
And
you're
I-
gonna be in the game house for like a short period of
Yeah,
time then.
and it wouldn't be bad for anyone. Like I tried giving this idea, like the fact like if you get a house, and it's like let's say it's a 2 or 3 bedroom house, and there's like 2 or 3 people living in there, and someone leaves down the line like a year or two later, that hole can be filled by someone else, or just left open as a guest room. And it's like you don't need a lot of people to be paying like $1,000 mortgage,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah,
like
the upside for a 2,000 to 3,000, not 2,000 to 3,000, 2 to 3 bedroom house is that eventually that can be converted into a family home.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like one, you're whoever has rights to the house, you know, is only getting benefited because one, they're getting help paying for the mortgage to keep it long term, and the house is gonna end up going up in value most likely.
I mean, you guys know my plan. I don't plan to be in this state past another 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, it's
you
definitely like
never
it's
told
definitely
me
like a
that
2-year
plan.
thing, you know. Like, it's not gonna be a prolonged thing. Just like 2 years.
But
or
it
so.
will be a thing.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like the thing.
Do
It's
the
like the thing
planning.
if me, Danny, and Javier move into like a 3-bedroom house or whatever. If Javier's gonna leave and Danny's gonna eventually stay or something.
Well, I would be the last one to leave if anybody was leaving.
well,
Just because my time frame revolves on when I want to go.
the good thing about that is you can just sell the house and it just be gone.
Or keep it and flip it into realty. And
There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it and rent it out, dude. That's
or just call
I'm not-
Danny back up. Just be like, hey man, I got the house. You want it?
Day, I'm gonna be real with you. The upcoming pandemic or what we're in now is gonna tank the housing market
Yes.
so bad.
It already
There's
is.
gonna be
Yes.
a lot of properties for really cheap.
It
By the
already
time I
is.
graduate, the timing's
Dude.
so good, dude.
It really is.
Let's go.
By the
It-
time I
Maybe not for the
graduate, get some
job
talent.
market, but you know.
It sucks. It sucks for people that are like losing their houses or houses that are being
Oh yeah,
foreclosed
it's
and everything.
terrible.
It's terrible.
But I mean,
But
pennies on the
the
dollar.
the
No.
market is there.
Somebody's got to do it. Why not me instead of a bank? You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
bank's just gonna screw it over.
the bank's gonna sell it to some rich motherfucker or leave it there to dilapidate.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just gotta say, man, every Sunday during the summer at barbecue.
Oh, that sounds
That sounds
lovely.
Oh,
great.
dude. Honestly, I hope all this blows
Like, it's
over
a nice
soon.
little thing to get the boys together. You know,
Yes.
like everybody sits down for dinner.
I hope this all blows over soon, or it gets to the point where it starts lightening up, because I want to do hella cookouts with the boys this summer.
Oh my god, yes, I love
Dude,
grilling.
okay, so I had a cookout where I went to like an island in like Paw Paw last summer with my buddy Chris and his friends. That was awesome. We just cooked on these little outdoor grills in this small island called Maple Island or Maple Island. Yeah, it was great, dude. It was such a good time. We went to the fucking river that was right next to us and just kind of swam in it, dude. Such a good time. Cooking fucking food and swimming. And
It's
then a
Dang,
homeless
the
dude
boys
came up and ruined
getaway.
everything. You know, fucking this homeless guy, like, I wasn't trying to flame him, bro, but he just like, I offered him some food because he's like a fucking pigeon, dude. I offered him food because like,
Oh
I was
no.
like, all right, you're homeless and you're hungry. I was like, I understand. So I'll give you some food, man. Here
Rookie
you go.
mistake.
Yeah, and dude, he just sits at our fucking table, and we're like, what is this guy doing? And we're just all annoyed at this point. He's just like, sitting with us, like, can I have more food? And we like assessed at this point that like, okay, we accidentally fed a fucking crack addict. What do we do? And what we did is we left. But
Yeah, just leave.
like,
Solution.
yeah, it was just unfortunate. Basically, if we're gonna cook out anywhere, don't feed a homeless guy.
I mean, in the house, as long as you have a decent backyard.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think, dude. Honestly, I don't think I could do that again. Like, especially hearing that like it won't be a very long term thing. Like, I don't think I could do another gamer house then. Like, I know I wasn't originally in the plan for this anyway. But I'm saying if I was ever considered, like, I don't think I can do it again because like I've already lived that experience. Like, I already know what that's like, and I'd rather just like if it's gonna be a short term thing, I'd rather just move on to the next phase of my life, which is like
Oh, okay.
finding something for myself versus like
True.
trying to relive this like this gamer house with friends that I did before. Like it's cool.
I feel like your friends were a lot more sped than we are, though.
Yeah.
They were 100%
Like there's
were.
a level and difference of maturity.
Of course there is, yeah. But what I'm saying here is,
Water
like,
on keyboard.
dude, that
No, that
That's
would not fly.
bogus.
You know how
Wait,
much I
what?
bally?
yeah. Wait,
It's
did you
all?
not hear-
Man,
Yeah.
hear what he said. What did he say?
So
some more
Water on the
flaming-
keyboard.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
no, I mean, of course, me and him, like, we're basically best friends. I love the dude, but yeah, he had.
Dude, I would put a padlock in a sock and wait till you fell asleep. And then I would kick your door in and give you what's called a tune-up.
Oh fuck, dude.
And
Yeah.
then I would make you pay for the keyboard.
Yeah.
Or I would do
Yeah.
it again.
Yeah,
That sounds reasonable.
It was definitely not an epic gamer move, but
Like, there are some things you do where you just know you have to take a beating for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like you can.
Yeah.
You,
Like, there are
like,
some
it's-
stepping over the line things where you know, like, oh, I deserve
You
something.
can.
for
You can
this.
mess. You can mess
Yeah.
with them, but water on keyboard. Like what's going through your mind right there, man?
yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. What
What?
possesses you?
Honestly.
The fuck?
Like,
It's like, oh, you
Jesus.
got drunk and threw a grapefruit at my TV and broke it. One, you know I'm going to punch you now. Two, you know you're paying for it tomorrow.
Yeah, that's just what you
yeah.
should expect, and if you
3, I recorded it to show you, dumbass.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, that's the thing, like that too. Just respecting, like when you do something dumb as fuck, like not being petty about it, dude. Just being like, all right, yeah, I fucked
I
up.
fucked
I'll
up.
own
I
my
tripped
mistake."
over a thing and broke it on accident.
Well,
dude.
there's a difference between an accident and then doing something maliciously
Yeah.
or not in your right state of mind. You know what I mean?
No,
yeah,
malicious
yeah.
activity should
Well,
just
that's
not
the
even be
thing,
Like
considered.
I-
malicious activity, like throwing water over a keyboard, that's just fuck.
Yeah,
But
not
like
even-
if you do something not in your right mind, like yeah, it's kind of not your fault, but it also kind of is your fault. But like you didn't do it on purpose. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe like my mind will change if things come to like, or if things start getting a little more laid out, I suppose, with a gamer house idea. But I don't know, man. With how it went last time, I'm not saying it would go the same way with you guys. Of course it wouldn't. It literally couldn't. But
Mm.
it's just I don't know. I kind of just want to like, I want to move to Portland, like in the next
What?
5 years.
Well, you know
like,
that's a big
something
step. That's the
What's
biggest
your
thing for all of us. We don't
fascination
wanna-
with-
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
your-
yeah, I guess true,
Alright,
true, yeah.
Well, at
I-
that point, that's just really just living by yourself.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know if I asked you. What's your fascination with Portland? Why Portland?
Okay.
Portland has
it's
a very big
beautiful city.
population of gay.
Yeah. Not only that, but it's like a super progressive city, and it's like has a really rich musical background. And Seattle's right above me, dude. And that's a fucking awesome.
It's
city
just a
with
me
mountains.
thing, but they also have fantastic nature preserves and shit.
Yeah, no, I was about to say that they have like mountains, dude. They have beautiful
That would
nature
sound nice.
The
everywhere.
only
I'm gonna
downside
be
is
honest.
it's very rainy most of the
Yeah,
time.
I'm gonna be honest.
but
I
it's
thought
also
that's
on
all
the
it
West
was.
Coast. It's also on the West Coast, so California is right beneath me. So say I wanted to go to LA for like a visit or something. Of course, the drive is still long, but it's closer to me than it would be any other place. Say I wanted to go to the Greek Theater to watch a King Giz show or something, or to Colorado. Everything that's like bigger is closer to me, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just
Mm.
it's a super convenient, great place to live, in my opinion.
If
and
I
I'd
would
love
want to
live there.
move anywhere, Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's what it is for me. I haven't decided between Wisconsin or Minnesota yet. I really have to look at
Minnesota's too
properties, but
cold.
that's the
Especially-
area where I want to go to.
Minnesota's
Well, I
too
mean
cold.
southern Minnesota,
Especially the way
northern.
you explained it. How there's just you're fine, and then all of a sudden blizzard.
Yeah,
It's like it's like
that's
all
really
right.
how
Well,
it
it's
is. Like
kinda-
one day it's like, oh, I mean it's a little cold out there. The next day, oh shit, I can't see 3 feet in front of me.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
no.
kind of like what the why? Whereas
Exciting.
Wisconsin, it's like when it gets cold, but it's a good kind of
Like
cold.
I did not know the definition of snow before going up to northern Minnesota.
I thought
Freezing
Chicago
cold.
was bad, and then you described it as like some whole other world. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, it's also like the weather is so different, even if we're being like one other state away. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's like, oh yeah, it's a little cold here in Chicago, and then fucking go on Snapchat and Minnesota's in the middle of a blizzard.
Crazy.
Dude, that sounds kind of chill though. Just staying indoors during a blizzard. There you go, free vacation.
Fireplace,
day.
But yeah,
Fireplace.
it's cozy. It's really cozy.
Cozy. That's
Hot
what it
cocoa.
is.
Especially when some of the student lounges that had like fireplaces and stuff,
Oh,
and
that
like
sounds
older
awesome.
leather furniture, like it was really
That
that and like all the school buildings
Listen.
had like an older look to them, so they looked like not outdated. They looked fucking antique.
Mm.
So like there was wood furniture, there were paintings up, like it looked classy. And like pretty much every student lounge had a piano, and it being a liberal arts
Oh.
school, there was always somebody nearby who knew how to play a piano.
Oh,
That's
someone's
awesome.
smurfing on them. Yeah.
Oh my god.
The pianos
And it was
are-
really cozy. That's the one thing that school had. It was beautiful. Like just
Yeah.
being, it was literally like being on a castle on top of a hill, because you could look out any dorm, because they were mostly situated on the rim of the hill. And if
Yeah.
you went to the far side of any dorm, you look out, you're basically looking down over like acres and acres of forest, pretty much as far as the eye can see.
That sounds great. Yeah, that's part of the appeal for Portland for me. It's just that nature, man. All
Yeah,
that
every
open
time you say
space.
Portland, I get that Drake song stuck in my head.
Portland.
Right.
I don't
All right.
listen
So you
to
guys,
Drake, so
you guys want to go to the relaxing part of your lives already? Like that's
Yeah,
the focus. Like, you guys want to
honestly-
go to like Wisconsin? Like all
No,
right,
no,
that's
no,
like a
no,
chill
no,
environment for your
Not,
area.
not right away. Couple, maybe like 20,
We're just
30
planning out
years.
there. 'Cause I
I'm
want to
planning-
make something
I'm
of my life
planning.
before I do that. Like I don't
Yeah,
feel like
okay,
I don't
look.
deserve to relax until I do
Oh
something.
no, definitely. I'm talking
like, I
about
don't
that as
deserve
like
to live
long
with
term
people.
later on.
Yeah.
That's what I meant it as.
I don't see why not though.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I agree with Javier
I
here.
guess
Like,
so.
I feel like I do want to be settled already, but like I also would love to like actually get a band going and like tour, like even if we didn't get a big audience. Like I would love to do that. That'd be so awesome.
I mean,
Fuck
my
Yo,
one
free
ambition
tickets, right?
is to live comfortably, but like a close second would be setting up like an off the grid like system for a home.
Oh,
Like
definitely.
that's my big thing is I want something that's going to be stable even till the end of the world.
Definitely.
Yeah.
If you're buying acres, cash only.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's the plan.
Cash
Cash
only.
only, a pond, maybe a river nearby.
There you go.
I'm doing aqua power. I'm setting up a dam.
There you go.
that sounds great.
I'm seeding that pond if it's on my property
Dude,
with fish.
Nebraska on the highways has a ton of just ponds, and just people just build a little house right next to the pond.
Yep, fruit trees, full
It's
work
crazy.
solar array,
Dude, yeah, like so.
thermal
Alright,
power,
sounding
thermal
more
heating.
appealing.
But yeah,
I'm
like,
be
I
honest,
guess-
solar power is a big thing. It's
And I'm
a
gonna
go.
bury a shipping container and I'm gonna fill it with a bunch of shit,
Nice.
just in case.
Yeah.
Just bury a shipping container, but reconvert it into a bunker.
I don't think bunker, like in that case I'd rather just go out peacefully. Like I don't want to live through a nuclear apocalypse.
I kind of do.
Yeah.
Regular apocalypse, sure, that seems fun.
Yeah.
Dude, nuclear apocalypse, I'm kind of hyped.
And Fallout has me hyped through
Yeah.
playing through them. It's just like walking around like, oh,
Well,
they used
the
to be like
thing
this.
is,
Oh,
like,
that
it'd
ant
be
was
a
super
lot
tiny.
worse than that.
Yeah,
Because
I
like you'd have to
figured.
deal with so much radiation is no joke.
Yeah.
Radiation will kill you so quick, and it'll be a slow, painful death.
Mm-hmm. So it's not as appealing as games.
But
make it.
like
That's
economic
actually
collapse,
more-
like I could do that.
Hmm.
I could deal with an economic collapse.
Yeah, I
feel
mean,
like-
which is what we're about to go through anyway. So
Going around even now was so cool because you get to see like places that are so vibrant, just completely dead now. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
yeah,
Or
that
even
was
like-
it was so cool. to
Or
look
even
at
like The
now.
Last of Us.
Yeah, like oh,
like,
it's
everything-
The
places
thing
that
is,
was
those
once
aren't
here.
really apocalyptic games, though. Those are like post-apocalypse.
yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what I mean. I don't want to live through like the entire apocalypse as it's going down.
Exactly. Well, which is why you just fucking die.
Well, no, that's
I
why you
don't
hide
know,
in the
sounds
bunker
kinda
for
heavy.
2-3 years, let everything die down. Now you come up, hey, what's
don't know.
going on out here?
Yeah.
But back to what Javier was saying, dude, or maybe this isn't what he was
I
saying.
would
but I wanna say-
aggressively defend my property.
Oh yeah,
Like, very aggressive. Like, I have the know-how to make bombs.
Oh.
just plant some
Dude, I bought a
mines.
fucking book on how to make fireworks and I haven't made any yet. Javier, you want to do that?
It's really easy to go from that into bombs. All you need is a pressurized container.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm pretty sure you just need like a really thick cardboard tube that's a lot bigger than a.
Or even, like, a metal pipe.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so
Pipe
I don't know why I
bombs.
said this. It's maybe not a great thing to say on like a live stream. Of course, it never actually came to.
Well, of course, we're
my
only
mind.
talking about doing all this in Minecraft, right? These are all Minecraft.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
all my-
definitely.
TNT
Like,
cannon.
Yeah.
So, like,
TNT
when I was a
cannons.
kid, I remember I wanted. When I was a kid, I remember me and my dad hopped on Minecraft.
Like, just
right?
saying, in Minecraft, if you got some stump remover and then put it in your oven at 120 degrees, in Minecraft, of course, then you got potassium nitrate. And then in Minecraft, if you got some activated charcoal and ground it up, then you got activated charcoal. In Minecraft, of course.
Yeah, dude. And in
And
Minecraft,
then if you got your hands on some
Patches of
sulfur,
this.
which you can get by crystallizing your urine, which basically just means piss on some ashes and then let it crystallize and then collect the crystals. Then you got sulfur. And then what you do is you combine that in a 40-20 and whatever the fuck left over in charcoal percentage that is in Minecraft, of course, and you have black powder in Minecraft, of course.
Okay, in Minecraft.
In
See.
Minecraft.
I've learned
No,
so much
but
in Minecraft.
In Minecraft, me and my dad hopped on back in the day, and I remember I wanted to make a pipe bomb in Minecraft.
Yeah, okay.
And what had happened is I ended up cutting a hole into a metal pipe in Minecraft, and I put a switch in it with like some electronic stuff, and I think I know what I was doing for the most part, but it didn't have a battery or like anything to activate on the inside. And I also realized that as soon as I hit the switch, the electric current is just going straight up, so it would just blow my hand off. And I realized that in Minecraft, I don't want to lose my hand. So
Well, you see, in Minecraft, the way to make a fuse like that is you would take a piece of steel wool, right? In
Yeah.
Minecraft, of course.
yeah,
And
yeah.
you would coil that steel wool and then hook it up to some kind of battery with a switch. Because what happens is when you flick that switch in Minecraft, of course,
yeah.
the redstone signal is going to go through the wires, heat up that coil very slowly, almost like a vape
Oh,
coil, pretty much. It's the same
yeah.
principle to the point of ignition in Minecraft, of course.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No,
That's
I
how
know
you
what
make a
you're
creeper
talking
trap.
In
I
Minecraft.
fucking, you know what I did one
Yeah.
time? I accidentally put a wire on the top of a battery, and I remember it got super hot, and I didn't know why.
Yeah,
So,
it's like if you ever see that old life hack where you can use a gum wrapper and a 9-volt battery to start a fire.
yeah, it's
It's
real.
the same
dude.
principle. Yep.
It's real. Yeah, this shit is crazy, man. It's because it just like it just keeps sending the energy back into itself, and it just melts the fucking wire. I
Well,
remember I got
that's
so
not what it
scared.
is. If you want to know the actual reason, it's because of resistance.
Oh,
So the metal can only take so much current going through it that there's so much
Oh.
energy flowing through it that it can't handle it. So its atoms become unstable and they move so quickly through it that it heats up, basically due to friction on an atomic scale.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. So what I said was basically the
In
really
Minecraft,
dumbed down
of
version
course.
of
In
that. Yeah,
Minecraft, of course.
All right, now that we're out of Minecraft, big chunk. Nope.
Yeah.
In Minecraft,
What?
you can take your average AR-15 and fold a coat hanger into a certain shape in Minecraft to make it automatic.
What mod is that? What mod is that?
Yeah, what mod is
Yeah,
that?
well, mod
All right,
pack.
seriously though, I'm not going to say that one on stream. I can't do
Okay,
that one.
yeah.
I won't explain that one. I'll explain it later, but it's
mod
scarily
pack.
easy in Minecraft, of course.
Bump
Yeah.
Lands
stocks.
mod, you know what I mean?
Bump stocks.
That was kind of a stupid ban, honestly, if I'm being real.
Pew pew.
Well, bump stocks.
Yeah, the bump stock ban.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get it, but I don't know. It's all very. Guns are weird, man.
Guns are
People only
weird.
need gu-
Yeah,
people
they
only need
kill
guns for
people.
hunting. Yeah, I don't know about like.
Hunting, self-defense, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, self-defense. Just get a 12 gauge for self-defense if you're really that worried, dude. You fucking blast a hole in someone. That's all you need. You don't need to like.
Well,
put
I mean,
20
also
bullets in
preparing
'em.
for self-defense in the case the government decides, hey, let's not be the good guys anymore.
Hey, we're
Dude, they're
taking all
already
your
like that, what do you
guns.
mean? They're already the bad
Exactly.
guys.
I'm the bad guy.
It's,
The
Dude.
government.
it's only inevitable.
Yeah.
I don't think so. What?
What do you mean?
Yeah, no, it's really gonna get to that point
Dude, the
eventually. They're gonna
government
step
is
over the
dumb
line.
Shit right now, like they're awful, dude, and they're like constantly stepping. Like they're
Biden is he's
He's
going
not
up, and
dumb.
no one's talking about anything else. They're just talking about Biden this, Biden that.
I
Biden
mean,
is senile.
Same thing with the
That's-
current guy, so it's kind of like, all right.
I'd rather. All right,
Our
I'm gonna
current
be
guy's
honest.
a fucking reality TV star. I don't
He
think he's
really
doing baseline.
he really is But you know what sucks?
He once flexed Vince McMahon on WWE. All right.
I'm so glad I can see the president in WWE. Could have taken a SmackDown.
But you know what sucks about this is that he's probably just gonna become president again because look who his opponent is, Joe Biden.
Yeah, and that's sad, dude. That's why I wish Bernie didn't drop out of the race. What the hell was the
Well,
Still
what-
valid,
the DNC
but-
fucking snubbed him.
Yeah. What do you
Really?
mean? What do you expect?
Yeah,
they
did you
did it
notice how
again.
you didn't hear about Pete Buttigieg until right when they were going up for the Democratic election, and how he stole some key states from Bernie Sanders, and also how he was a DNC candidate, and also how
that's
when he
fucked
withdrew all
up,
his voters
dude.
went to Biden by principle.
That's fucked up.
No, it's literally rigged. Like the DNC, which if you don't know is the Democratic Nomination Committee, isn't even really a government entity. They're a large group of lobbyists that control
They're like
pretty
investors.
much through virtue of investors, and money on which candidates they back.
That's
So,
fucked up,
for
man.
reference, the only Democratic president that hasn't been a DNC candidate in the last, I want to say, 10 years was Obama.
Yeah.
Wow. So, dude, they really did him like
That's
that.
it's because they support the person, and then when they get in office, they're like, "Hey, remember we supported you? Now do this."
Yep. Dude,
Whereas,
honestly, lobbying should be illegal.
Yeah,
with
where-
how
That's-
corrupt it is.
yeah. Whereas,
dude,
whereas
Because the only
Bernie,
people that can lobby are conglomerates and businesses.
yeah, whereas Bernie was like, "Hey, man, we doing this for the people."
Yeah.
I am once again asking for your financial support.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I watched a thing the other day, and like, there's certain things that this blew my mind that the government did this, or the DEA did this. But I watched a thing where Tommy Chong was talking about on a comedy thing. He was talking about like how back in the day he used to sell bongs, and like it was super illegal to sell bongs in Pennsylvania or something. But he was in California where his company like made him and stuff, and like he would always have DEA come to his house and like go to his shop and be like, "Can you guys ship bongs to Pennsylvania?" So they could like shut him down. They were like, "No, we won't because it's illegal there." They were totally abiding by the rules. So what the DEA did is they sent in a guy to work for the bong shop, and then he shipped it to Pennsylvania. And so then I think Tommy Chong did like 10 months in prison or something. I don't really remember what it was.
What?
But that's fucked up, dude. Like he
Dude, the
literally.
DEA and
That's-
fucking the FDA.
I feel like after the war on drugs, they ain't got nothing better to do.
Dude, what do you mean after the war on drugs? It's still going on.
Is it? Well, I mean, like the
Yeah, of
cocaine
course.
and like in Miami, Colombia, and all that.
It's still going on. It's always happening.
It is,
But-
but you know,
I don't
cares
understand how
at
the
this point?
CEA is allowed to operate still. It's
Dude, I don't-
literally they don't serve a purpose.
They don't, dude. The DA shit, and like the fact that happened, dude, like that's fucked up. Like they literally did some hardcore legal shit, but apparently Tommy Chong's lawyer just wasn't good enough, so they like didn't actually do anything about that. But that's so fucked up, dude. Like literally, you're abiding by the rules. You're saying I don't want to send you this because I know it's illegal there, and they're like, okay, well we're gonna send a guy in to get hired so we can get you in trouble. Like what the hell is that?
It's like what
is
the
that?
the
That's a
ATF did recently. this
200
year
IQ play.
to that
Yeah.
that guy in fucking Austin, Texas. I don't know if you guys heard. Probably, you guys probably didn't hear about this. Because those are very
I-
big in the news.
Yeah, probably didn't.
So there was this guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he bought an AR-15, put it on social media, went to the gun range and everything. And his neighbor reported him for having the AR-15. It wasn't illegal for him to have. He was within his rights to own it. But because they reported him, the ATF did a wellness check in very hard parentheses there.
Yeah.
They basically showed up with a strike team, fired into his
Oh,
house while he was sleeping
fucking
because they
God.
believed he was holding somebody hostage. Again, he was asleep and killed him while he was sleeping in his bed
Dude.
by firing through his bedroom wall.
What the fuck?
But how did it get to the point where they thought there was a hostage?
Miscommunication and
Yeah.
hyped up people.
But even
And
if
if you don't know what Ruby Ridge is, that's another. So the ATF has a long history of killing people and getting away with it. So if you don't know what Ruby Ridge is, there was a compound in Texas, Ruby Ridge, where there were a bunch of people living, and they had a bunch of guns. They were hunting. They were self-sufficient, and they had an ATF warrant to, I think, confiscate their weapons or some shit because of like some hunting law. And they basically burned down the entire compound, killed a shitload of people, including women and
Jesus.
children. And all reports say because they wanted to use their new guns because they were just issued MP5, like when they were brand new.
That is crazy.
And the main guy that instigated it even came out straight and said, "Oh yeah, I fired first."
It's fucked up,
Jesus.
man. Like dude, and that's government officials. Those are the people that like
They're
are
killing
supposed
our.
to be
It's like
protecting
Stalin.
us.
It's like Stalin. They're
Yeah,
killing their own
like-
people.
Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms sounds more like a store than a government agent.
It is,
Yeah, and dude, it like
but it's the cover up. It's
it's
part of the
fucked up,
government.
man.
The problem with the one about the hostage dude is aren't you supposed to take that situation, try to get the hostage out,
Dude,
And
they don't
de-escalate,
care.
right?
not
Yeah,
just
they're
fire
trigger-happy
immediately
assholes.
into the area?
Dude,
This
they, like,
isn't
start
this isn't
blasting.
some this isn't the UPS thing where there's a hostage in the truck and all these cops are out and all of a sudden pops. No, shots are
Yeah.
being popped and both parties die.
Yeah, it's a little like that's just an unfortunate casualty type thing, I think.
Yeah, but this is straight up just, hey,
And that's just because they're
just
trigger
shoot
happy
'em.
garbage ass people, dude. Like you think about their job day to day, like they aren't doing shit for the most part. Like this is a once in like a 3-month call type thing, depending on the area you're in. So, like they were probably just trigger happy and wanted any reason to kill this dude just because.
probably.
Like I can't say for sure that that's what it is, but like that's why people get like that though. Like that's why cops are really bad sometimes because they have such a boring job.
I
Sometimes.
find it really interesting that our own military gets more rules of engagement for when firing their firearms than our own police force does.
Yeah.
If you don't know, they have rules of engagement in the most branches of the military, including the Navy and the Air Force,
Yeah. Yeah.
where they aren't allowed to fire unless A, fired on, B, they can confirm, so they've seen with their own eyes that this person was shooting at them, and C, they can confirm that they were shooting at them maliciously.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
That's-
say you're on a military convoy, right? And you're in the turret of a vehicle, and a shot pings off the armor next to you, and you look to your right and you see a little kid running with an AR-15 or an AK.
Oh.
You cannot shoot him because A, you didn't see him shoot at you. B, you can't confirm that he was shooting at you maliciously and it wasn't either an accident or a warning shot. And I forgot what C was, but you can't shoot him basically.
That's fucked though. Think like kids actually do that shit. Yeah, that's real.
It's fucked up. It's mostly terrorism and shit, but
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's a valid point.
Terrorists doing-
For by
Dark.
flipping it on the other side though, if a police officer fears for their lives, they can shoot you.
That's messed up, man. That's because like they're not even fearing for their lives, dude. Like you're just fucking, dude. You're stuttering. You're resisting arrest sometimes because you're drunk or something like that. Say you're so fucking drunk you're resisting arrest.
I'm gonna be
we're shooting you
honest.
now.
Some cops take it way over their head, and some handle it like they're supposed to.
Oh, 100%. It's a power trip.
Yeah.
It's like I don't remember if you remember like last year what happened where there was that black family and I think it was I want to say Atlanta where their daughter took something from
Oh,
the
yeah,
Dollar
yeah.
Tree and they gave it back, but they were like the fucking cashier called the cops
Mhm.
and while they were getting ready to leave outside the van, the police like pulled guns on them and like took them out of the car and everything.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And was like roughing them up.
Yeah.
That's a lot. It's a lot because you feel like you have this big authority. It's so fucked up, man.
Really
I'm
is.
just saying our founding fathers would have been slotting bodies by now.
Yeah.
Guillotine 'em.
Uh,
All right.
I think that's a good place to end it though.
Yeah, it's an hour and a
I
half,
think,
boys.
hour and a half. I think pretty good. 30 minutes past what we expected.
The zone.
We talked.
Pilot episode
I
number
feel
one.
like we had a lot of good topics
I think we
and just different things talking about.
Yeah, I'm glad we flowed.
Yeah, I like the way it
All right,
it
now
flew
somebody
off.
say the gamer word so he has to delete the VOD.
No,
Welcome
please don't.
To the come zone. Anime.
All right, Paul, play us out with the song.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
song?
End it with
Play us out with a song.
Yeah,
The
end it with
song?
even though it's not our.
Yeah,
it's
the
not-
song.
Yeah, end us up. Play us out.
Just play it out. Be like, just play really loud. Be like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. That was the zone. Oh man.
It's
Mine.
definitely on Spotify.
No,
It's in
that's-
top results. You got it.
There it is.
That's not it. What is it?
Come blast me.
That's
and
not it.
make
You know what?
snappy.
Make it snappy. How many gum zones are there?
I don't know, but it's not the top result. We're just gonna play it on
YouTube.
on YouTube.
Oh, I guess it's not on
It's not.
Spotify.
Fucking troll there.
Unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
There it is. No, that's air.
All right.
Where is it?
This is the conclusion of the zone.
Welcome to the cum zone.
Welcome to the
There you
cum
go.
zone.
Are you playing it?
Only come inside
Alright,
anime
so while you're playing it,
girls.
just do your little
Quivering
outro. Let's do the
clit,
outro.
double
Alright,
chin,
alright.
Alright, the outro.
fresh balls, elegant.
Jesus.
Outro us or I'll outro us?
This is gonna get
Yeah,
demonetized on
this is
YouTube for damn
Thank you
sure.
for joining us in the zone today.
What is it? The cum
Back,
zone?
whenever. What is it?
Yeah, Saturday weekly podcast.
We're gonna, yeah,
Alright.
Saturday and noon weekly podcast. I
Alright,
think
Saturday.
that's what we're gonna stick to. I think that's gonna be our
It's
schedule.
Sunday.
Sunday,
Oh, it's
Sunday,
Sunday.
Sunday,
Yeah,
Sunday,
alright,
Sunday.
alright,
We'll switch it to
dude.
Saturday.
No, we
Alright.
No.
Sunday because I start working.
Okay.
I start working on Saturdays now.
Yeah.
We'll just do Sunday. Sunday's pretty good.
Alright.
Well, other than that, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming out. If you came out, like I said, this has been the zone. All I hear is cum in the band in my headset. That's all I hear.
Alright.
It's been the zone.
Thank
ladies
all
and
you
gentlemen.
lovely listeners. This has been Javier.
This has been Christian.
Daniel.
And Paul. Thanks for watching.
Have a good.
Have a
See
good
ya.
day. Yep. See you. Bye.
Keep it real.
Bye.